Hey, welcome back to Premier League Dad. How are we all doing? Happy Sunday. Ready for a big FA Cup? Well, it's not really a big FA Cup weekend anymore. We've already had the big FA Cup weekend. But it's a big day of action at Old Trafford. Come on, Brighton. We're all the Seagulls today. Steve Sidwell, Owen Hargreaves. I don't know who the lady is. It Laura? It's not Laura Woods, is it? Who's hosting? Anyway, Man United against Brighton at Old Trafford. It's on TNT Sports 2. Arsenal Portsmouth is on the other side right now. That one's just finishing up. Predictably, Arsenal wiped the floor with Portsmouth, albeit they came from behind and relied on set pieces again. There's not really any news there. I think we could have all guessed that one, couldn't we? But Brighton against Manchester United. Let me know your thoughts on this one. Quite a few in the chat seem to think Man United are gonna get the win. 62% of you think Man United are going to get the win today. I'm not sure where that confidence comes from. I've got to be honest. I am not sure where that confidence comes from. I think Manchester United are going to really struggle today. United did do well against Brighton in the last game they played against them was 4-2 here, wasn't it? 4-2 here in the Premier League. And it was a good game. It was a very, very good game. United went 2-0 up, if I remember, or 3-0 up. They went 3-0 up, and then Brighton came back and made it 3-2. And they were chasing it down. They nearly made it 3-3, and then United scored late on and made it 4-2. So it kind of looked a lot more of a comfortable game than it actually was. But it was a very, very close game. But a lot of surprises and shocks in the FA Cup yesterday. Of course, Macclesfield beating the holders, Crystal Palace, knocking them out. Sunderland knocking Everton out on penalties. We saw that. Everton fans seem to be split at the minute between Moyes in, Moyes out. So there's all that sort of stuff going on. And yeah, Newcastle winning on penalties against Bournemouth. They knocked Bournemouth out. So it's going to be a good day, this one. I think a good day of football. Ron's All Things Sport. How's it going, Ron's? Good to see you. Reece, set piece again. Ole, ole. Standard Arsenal. Standard Arsenal. But listen, just a reminder for everyone that is watching. We are live today. Pretty much now. I'm live all the way through to about 9, half 9 tonight. Because as soon as this game ends, the second this game ends, we're switching over straight away to the Clásico. The Spanish Supercopa de España. Which is being held for the 5th consecutive year in Saudi Arabia. It's in Jeddah. At the King Abdullah Stadium in Jeddah. Real Madrid against Barcelona. For the 4th consecutive year, it's Real Madrid against Barcelona. And if there's one thing I can promise you, it's goals. Because pretty much consistently for the last 4 Spanish Supercopa de Españas in Saudi Arabia, there's always been goals. It was 5-2 last year to Barcelona. Before that, I think it was 4-1 Real Madrid. There's nearly always goals. So if you're going to stick with me today, if you're planning on watching both games, Man United, Brighton, and Real Madrid and Barcelona, you can stick with me all the way through because I'm going to be doing both of them. Callum, how's it going, Sarah? Thank you very much, Sarah. La Pulga says the last time the FA Cup holders lost to a non-league team was Wolves v Palace. When Palace were in the South League. Yeah, it was 1909, wasn't it? Someone said in the chat yesterday. Philippines, how's it going, mate? Good to see you. What's good, man? Just announced Tochi Chukwuani for 4 million. He signed for Rangers for 3.5 years. Nice. Rangers coming up. Callum says Martinelli scored the hat-trick. He should have been suspended, same as Romero. Listen, Martinelli, yeah, he should have been suspended, but I still think Arsenal would have wiped the floor with him, let's be honest. They'd have still beat him. Callum, Visca Barça, Visca Catalonia. And Vincent says, afternoon key, hope you're well, mate. Posh closing in on the playoffs. Williams averaging 2 points per game. This guarantees promotion up the Posh. Peterborough flying up the league, flying into the playoffs, maybe. Vincent's hoping so, anyway. But yes, lots and lots to talk about today. We need to have a little look at the lineups because there's some interesting lineups today for both Man United and Brighton, so we'll cover both of those off. Hull 0, Blackburn 0. Norwich 4, Walsall 0. Massive win for Norwich, it must be said. That's a great performance from Norwich. Really, really turned up since Philippe Clement's come in, haven't they? Sheffield United 3, Mansfield 4. What a game that is, by the way. What a game that is. Oh, I wish I'd have been watching that one. That would have been the best game to do this weekend. Sheffield United 3, Mansfield 4. Crazy. Swansea 1, West Brom 1. West Ham are 1-0 up against QPR. And Leeds won earlier in the day, 3-1, by the way. We was going to do that game. It wasn't actually a bad game, I think, from what I saw. But let's focus on Man United Brighton anyway. Man United's lineup is the lineups are over this side, so you'll see them. They are on a carousel, so you'll see them if you don't catch what I'm saying now. Lamans in goal, Dalot, Yoro, Martinez, and Dorgu at the back. Mainu and Agate sat in front. So again, it's a back four from United. Mainu and Agate sat in front. Bruno Fernandes in the 10. Mount off the left. Cunha off the right. Sesko down the middle. And for Brighton is Steele in goal. Coppola, Veltman, Gomez, and Hinchelwood. Hey? That's not right. That's not right. Surely that's not right. Yeah, Flash Scores is absolutely shocking. It's got it miles wrong here. Flash Scores has got Oliver Boscagli playing at left wing for some reason. So that's not right. It's going to be Veltman, Coppola, Boscagli, and Hinchelwood. Yeah, that's going to be the back line for Brighton. Then it's Gross, Kadioglu. Kadioglu's going to be left. It's going to be a back five, isn't it? It's going to be Veltman, Boscagli, and Coppola as a back. It's a back five for Brighton. What the hell what are they doing? What are they going on about? Mark Moss has it going. Wally says Arsenal come from behind to dismantle Portsmouth. That's the mentality of to be champions. Well, it's Portsmouth, mate. It's Portsmouth. You went behind. Boy says Key absolutely devastated that Arsenal won and are through to the next round. Not at all, mate. No. It's just another team that we can beat to win the FA Cup this year. It's fine. No problem. We'll dismantle Arsenal. We'll show you how to win something. We'll show you how you win things. La Pulga says, did you see Roy Keane calling Sir Alex Ferguson hanging around like a bad smell? I've heard that, yeah. Yeah. It's not really a surprise, is it? They didn't really get on towards the end of his time at Man United. Roy Keane and Fergie. But sorry, I just want to go back to the Brighton lineups. I didn't finish it off. It's because it's structured totally wrong on here. It's going to be Steele in goal, Kadioglu at left back, Hinchelwood at right back, maybe wing backs. Then it's going to be Veltman, Coppola, Boscagli in the centre. It's going to be Gomez, Gruder and Gross in the midfield three. And then it's going to be Rutter and Welbeck as a front two. So it's a massive, massive opportunity here for Brighton. I look at that Brighton lineup and I think, I'm surprised Mitoma's not in there. I'm surprised Van Hecker's not in there. Surprised Lewis Dunk isn't in there. They have rotated. There's no doubt at all that they've rotated. Boy says, show Arsenal, the club that won the FA Cup the most times, how to win the FA Cup. Interesting. Well, how to win anything. How to win anything. Not won a lot in the last 6 years, to be fair, Arsenal. Dominator says, yo, what's your prediction for Barca v Real Madrid? I think Barcelona win that one. I'm certainly backing Barcelona and hoping for Barcelona. Be Yourself Dylan says, United are going to win this one 3-2. And Craigism says, set-piece hat-trick to wind up the haters today. Standard Arsenal in it. Set-piece FC. Honestly, if you could only score from open play, Arsenal would be in League 2. If it was purely based on open play goals, Arsenal have been relegated under Arteta. Pup says, Dundee 0, Hearts 1. 10-man Hearts survive with Craig Gordon playing out his skin. How's he still playing, Craig Gordon? Absolutely unbelievable. Still around, killing it. La Pulga says Veltman might be right back for the back four. Kadioglu might be left wing. Yeah, possibly. The new Stoke FC, says Sarah. Well, we are 30 minutes away from kickoff in this one, so it's time for us to get all the build-up. I want to hear your predictions on it. Philippine says hoping for the Bellingham goal or assist tonight. Mbappe has got 19 goals in 18 games in La Liga so far. I think he's got 4 assists as well, so he's absolutely flying. Arsenal says, to be fair, you wouldn't be mad if LFC were scoring from set pieces. I would be mad if we were only scoring from set pieces. Yeah. Especially if we were doing that and not winning anything. Polly says, imagine drawing to a League Two side. Imagine. Did you see the missed penalty, though? Which penalty? Which penalty are we talking about? Ben says Martinelli should have been banned. Well, yeah, he probably should have done. I don't think Martinelli should have been playing today, but kind of is what it is. Callum says United 1, Brighton 1. United 1, Brighton 1. Philippine says how many times? Oh, yeah, the penalty from Madueke. Sorry, Sarah. Yes, the penalty from Madueke was appalling. Yeah, it was bad. I always feel like it's not just a dig at Madueke in Arsenal, but I feel like if you miss a penalty and you drag it wide, it's not a good look. It's never... Like, if you smash it and it goes over the bar, that's one thing. If you pass it in and you get it wrong and the keeper guesses it, that's another thing. If you drag it wide, that to me is just... Yeah, that's appalling. You can't miss the target from there. It's not quite the same as if you run up and just lace it and you maybe miscalculate and you get a bit underneath the ball and it goes over. I can understand that. That's a nervous penalty. But if you try and put it straight in the corner and you drag it miles wide, not good. La Pulga says 5 pens for Mbappe this season. Well, Mbappe missed the penalty in the meeting between Barcelona and Real Madrid earlier this season. Real Madrid won 2-1. It was a predictably ill-tempered affair, that one. 2 red cards in the game, and Mbappe missed the penalty, but Real Madrid won 2-1. Shouldn't be allowed to stutter, says Ben, and he hesitated and missed. Yeah, see, it was too casual. La Pulga said, Wally says Slot said he forgave Martinelli and Martinelli apologised. It's true. Yeah, no, I get that. And Arne Slot stood up for him and said he seems like a nice guy, but doesn't make a lot of sense to me. How he can't get a ban for what he did. I am a sofa. Arsenal win 1-4. What do you think? Great for Arsenal. Yeah, fantastic. Tough side, Portsmouth. Set piece again, ole. Scrappy Arsenal. Christiania says weak lineup for Brighton. Weak. They've rested a few. Yeah, they've rotated a few. I think that's fair to say. They've certainly rotated a few. Reece says stuttering run-ups are the height of embarrassment when they go wrong. And Caleb says, I heard only big teams get knocked out the cup. It's true enough. Caleb DCFC, Derby County fan. Dino says, imagine if Liverpool actually scored goals. Liverpool don't need to score goals to win trophies, allegedly. Champions, mate. Arsenal says you lost to Plymouth last year, though, and if Arsenal lost, you'd banter them. Well, yeah, of course. But we lost and won the league. Just saying. Callum says Barcelona haven't lost for about 8 games, I think. And Adam says, let the Martinelli thing rest. It's not good for football and makes Liverpool fans look bad. Eh? How does it make Liverpool fans look bad? Conor Bradley is now ruled out for the season. It was a it was a bad injury. He was down with a really bad knee injury. It wasn't a tackle. He wasn't trying to waste time. He's out for the season. He threw a ball at him and tried to drag him off the pitch. He's a prick. I call it what it is. It was a stupid thing to do. It looks worse on Arsenal fans if they try and defend him. Caleb says, think we dominated Leeds first half, but Prem quality won them the game second half. Yeah, well, I only saw the tail end of that game, if I'm honest. I saw the Leeds third goal and the second goal. Did I see the second goal? I think I saw the second goal for Leeds. But yeah, it's, Derby have done really well this season and still not that far away from the playoffs. So priorities, I think you might be okay. Well, he says people make mistakes. Of course they make mistakes. Absolutely they make mistakes. But I think there's mistakes and there's mistakes. I don't think picking someone up and chucking a ball at them one and then trying to pick them up and drag them off the pitch, that's not a mistake. That's a concerted... You've made a stupid error of judgment and then made another stupid error of judgment. I think the kid's a bit hot-headed. La Pulga says, with Mbappe back, it is going to be really tough for Barca. Not as easy as many people are saying. Oh, of course it's going to be tough. Barca Real Madrid's always going to be a difficult one to call. But with the Copa del Rey... sorry, not the Copa del Rey. The Copa del Rey is coming up next week. We're watching the Copa del Rey. Racing Santander v Barcelona on Thursday night we're going to be covering. But Barcelona Real Madrid in a cup game, especially the Super Copa in previous years, it's always been a lot of goals. 5-2 last year, 4-1 the year before. So, again, you know, if you like a dabble, maybe, yeah, 5-6. 5-6, got over 4.5. Gremlins is really key. Did you see where Martinelli was looking at? I saw that Martinelli was stood next to the player as he went down, screaming in pain. And I saw that Martinelli didn't challenge him. There was nobody who challenged him. Generally speaking, when a player goes down with no one around him, it's not a good thing. You know, he's not wasting time. And to be honest, Liverpool didn't need to waste time. We were the better side. We weren't wasting time. Daniel says, Man United 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. Well, let's hope so. We're all the Seagulls today. And Gremlin says, I guess Suarez did not make a mistake in biting a player. No, he didn't. He didn't make a mistake. Suarez is a piece of work. I'll agree with you on that one. Suarez is an absolute piece of work. The guy's spitting at old men still. He's in his 30s. He's spitting at old men. Caleb says, I'll be all right with mid-table playoffs. Skirmy, there's always a chance we win it. Playoffs is definitely a chance for Derby this year. Adam says, if the average football fan wants to move on, then Liverpool fans should too. It's in the past now. Well, if the average football... Everyone can move on at whatever pace they want to. I don't see an issue with people saying Martinelli should have been suspended for this game. I think he should have been. Will says, Key, how did Liverpool sort out the Conor Bradley situation? Well, if only there was a transfer window that we could maybe go and add a right back, because we've got no other right back now for the rest of the season. Maybe we go and get a right back. That might be a bit of smart play. Robin says, I wish you all the best. My team is Man United. Yes, Robin, good to see you on the channel. Stick around, mate. We'll see how Man United get on today. Wally says, better side with 0 shots on target. If you're only measuring it based on shots on target, then no, we weren't the better side. But I don't think there's an Arsenal fan alive who's arguing they were the better side on Thursday night. Because they weren't. I don't think anyone... Put all bias aside. Even the neutrals knew Liverpool battered Arsenal that night. Gremlin says, really did not see Martinelli was looking for the ball and not see what happened to Connor. Was the guy screaming on the floor not a bit of a giveaway? Not usually a giveaway. Can't be all that smart, Martinelli, then. Red Rebellion says, these Arsenal fans trying to make a noise when they've seen one FA Cup in 6 years under Arteta. Since Arteta joined in 2019, Liverpool have won 8 trophies. And Gremlin says, not backing what Martinelli did. Yes, it was Dominic Paul. Well, then that's all you have to say. That's all you have to say. Just say what he did was stupid. That's it. That's all you have to say. You don't have, why do you feel the need to defend it? He was stupid. Absolutely stupid. That's it. Joe, how's it going, mate? Good to see you. Will says, would you not use someone like Chiesa at Salah's situation till he's back and Frimpong at right back? Absolutely not, no. Chiesa's no good for Liverpool. He's not good enough. He never will be good enough. We need to sell him at the earliest possible opportunity. And Frimpong at right back is still only one right back. We'll need another right back. Can't cope to the end of the season with one right back. Joe says, do you think Martinelli made Bradley's injury worse? Well, we don't know, do we? We have no idea. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. He probably didn't. Maybe he didn't. But I'm sure it didn't help having a ball thrown at him and then someone trying to drag him off the pitch. Probably not the smartest thing. It says, what do you think of the Martinelli hat-trick? Good. Yeah, good. Really good for Arsenal. Good results. Reece says, I don't like these ties where one team rotates and the other doesn't. Feels like possible teams should reach about a mutual agreement about the strength of team selections beforehand. Why? Sure, I actually quite like it. Because I think United came into this game. United have rotated a little bit, but not massively. Brighton have rotated quite a bit. I think if Brighton were full strength, they would have come here as favourites. If Dunk was playing and Van Hecke and Matoma, I think they'd have been favourites in this one. Instead, it's back on United. United are now favourites, and if United don't win this one, it's a bad look again. They've drawn with Burnley, and there'll be more pressure to get someone in quickly, because Darren Fletcher's not going to be able to carry him through to the end of the season. The thing is, if Darren Fletcher had come in and beat Burnley 3 or 4-0, and then they'd have gone here and, comprehensively knocked Brighton out of the FA Cup, there might have been some clamour from United. What's not surprising? We saw it with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Might not have been that surprising if United fans started to go, well, why don't we just give it this guy to the end of the season? He did well against Burnley, did well against Brighton. He knows the club. Give him a chance. Give Fletcher a chance, and then we'll go and get someone. Go and get a proper manager in the summer. I think that might have been. I think that might have been the. That might have been the decision. Joel says, "Why is Boskagli left wing?" I have no idea. I think it's come from Flash Score. Is he left wing on mine? Is he left wing on mine? I don't know if he is. If he is, we need to have a look at that. Let me see. It's Boskagli. He is as well. Boskagli's left wing. He's a centre back. I don't know why they've got him there. I've not created that, by the way. Just a heads up. That has been pulled from either Flash Scores or Sofa Score or somewhere. It's been pulled from somewhere, and it's got Boskagli at left wing, so it ain't me. Swifty, it feels like United can't do business in January, and this is the excuse. It's waiting for the next boss. It's a bad look, isn't it? It's a very bad look. Wally says Nigeria v Senegal AFCON final probably. Well, we're doing Senegal v Egypt on Wednesday night before Chelsea play Arsenal. We've got Newcastle Man City on Tuesday. Then we've got Senegal v Egypt on Wednesday, and then immediately after that, Chelsea Arsenal. So 2 big games on Wednesday night. Joe says, poor Flash scored, always getting blamed. But it ain't me. It ain't me. Just saying. Lapulga says, Doku was making things tough for Bradley, who was great defensively. Against Frimpong, it might just be another Doku man of the match. And Lord Yorkshire says, Arsenal are blind to their faults. Dates back to Wenger, Keown, Van Nistelrooy. Yeah. Red Rebellion, Gomez will play right back, Frimpong right wing. We also have Ramsey as back. Calvin Ramsey is not an appropriate backup for a side that are chasing a Champions League place. That is crazy. I can't have Calvin Ramsey at right back in a Champions League running. Oh my God, please no. It takes one injury to Frimpong and we are goosed. Gomez, you can't rely on Joe Gomez and fucking Frimpong. Frimpong's been injured all season. Joe Gomez gets injured putting the ironing board up. We can't rely on these, but we desperately need a right back. Valushi says Man United is improving for 16 to where we are this year. Well, I don't think Man United finish any higher than maybe 8th or 9th, maybe 7th at an absolute maximum. Lord Yorkshire says Keown was bang out of order. Wenger claims he never saw anything. Oh, hey, there you go. A lot of games left. No, there are a lot of games left. I get that. I absolutely get that. Right, well, Darren Fletcher, he's got his tie back on. He's looking all excited. for his final game as Manchester United head coach, not even manager, head coach. Philippine says Romans is undergoing his medical today at Rangers, hoping for an announcement tomorrow. And Joe says, even Newcastle are above United. We've been shocking up to the end of December. Reece says, I don't really know what Brighton are up to. Can't find in league consistency the perfect team to prioritise the cup. In reality, United deserve to beat us. Or deserve to beat Burnley, do you think? Again, I'm not sure about that. I'm really not sure about that. Come on, surely that's going to correct itself. There's no way that Flash Scores is going to allow Boscagli to be... Boscagli's the starting left winger for Brighton today, according to Flash Scores. Right. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Oh, as if you can't do, buddy. Correct score. No. Do you know what? We're going to go with that. Where's handicap? Right, sorry. I'm just deciding exactly how to approach this one. Right. Perfect. We're all sorted. Let's see how we go in this one. Plus Quiwa says, Man United has the greatest chance to win. Not for me. No, I think Brighton have got this. I do. I think Brighton have got this. I have gone for Brighton with a 1.5 handicap. Reece had 30 shots, 10 on target, hit the woodwork, very 50-51 ruled out, 8 out of 10 times they win it. They're still the very definition of football, bipolar and years from turning an actual corner. I'm surprised we're not seeing... Sesko's not starting today, is he? Isn't it Xerxes? Is it Xerxes up front? Joel thinks it's going to be 2-1 to Brighton, and Wally says, do you follow WSL? I don't, mate, no. I don't. We have watched women's football on the channel. We did the Women's Euros in the summer. We actually did the Women's Under-21s Euros as well for a short spell. But I haven't followed the WSL. I don't know anything about it at all, mate. I really don't. I'm not going to pretend to. Andy Vale, how's it going, Andy? Good to see you, mate. Hassan says, Hassan, my name. Man United to win today. I don't think so, Hassan. I've got to say, I think it's Brighton today. I think it's Brighton. It is Sesko starting. I don't know why I thought it was Xerxes. But yeah, Man United lineups again. We'll go through them. Lamans in goal. Back four of Delo, Yoro, Martinez, Dorgu. Mainu starts with Agate in midfield. Bruno Fernandes in the 10. Cunha off the right. Mount off the left. And Benjamin Sesko as the lone centre forward. For Brighton, it's Steele, Coppola, Veltman, Boscagli and Hinchelwood at the back with Kadioglu maybe playing on the left-hand side a little bit further up. Gross starts. Is this Gross's first game as a Brighton player? No, it's not. He's played 2 games prior to this. I remember him re-signing, but I wasn't sure if he started against Brighton. Against Man City. But yeah, he did. And he also played 20 minutes off the bench against Burnley. But Gross starts in the midfield with Gruder and Gomez. And then it's Rutter and Welbeck as the starting 2 up front. Wally says Brighton try to play out the back will hurt them today. They have got players who can play though. I think Gross is a really underrated Premier League player. He's been really, really good for Brighton for many years. And he got the move to Dortmund. He's 34, but he's very experienced. He can still get about the pitch. I fancy this one to be a high-scoring one today. I do. It was 4-2 the last time. Put your teeth back in, Key. The last time these two met, it was 4-2. I think again today we're looking at probably 3 or 4 in the game. Watch it be a 0-0 now. Andy says, would love a Brighton win. Yes, Andy. We're all the Seagulls today. We're all the Seagulls. Stuart Alexander, 3-2 Brighton. And Hassan says, we appreciate your Cheers, Hassan. Thank you very much. Stuart Alexander, how's it going? Like and subscribe, folks. Yes, Stuart. Love it, mate. Thank you very much for that, sir. Don't forget, if anyone does fancy a little flutter on the old this one, then check the old pinned comment. Philippines says Roman's undergoing his medical today. Chad says, what happened to Gay to Liverpool? Seems to have just been totally forgotten about. Well, allegedly, this is from The Athletic. I didn't realise this, but apparently Mark Gay has told Manchester City that he's not interested in a move in January. Which isn't that surprising. Everyone thought that would happen. I don't think Mark Gay is going anywhere at all in January. And I think part of the reason for that is Palace are just refusing to let him go. Stuart, yes, Stuart, it is. It is. All you have to do is click that link and anyway. But yeah, basically, if Gay wanted to stay at Palace, then I think he'd stay at Palace to the end of the season, and then he will leave on a free and get massive cashola basically from whoever wants to offer it to him, whether it be Real Madrid or Liverpool or City or Arsenal or Bayern or whoever it might be. There will be massive offers for Mark Gay in the summer that he can take as a free agent. But if he doesn't, and Palace try and force him out in January, then his offers are going to be a lot less lucrative, aren't they? That's just the standard. Rubes, hope Brighton win. Yep, you and me both, Rubes. Good to see you, mate. Will says, have you seen that Conor Gallagher is being linked with Villa? Could you see that working for them? Yeah, he's very much suited to that intense Villa type of midfield. I think he'd do very well there. Craigism says, I hope Arsenal step up and ban Gary Neville from the Emirates for inciting violence to Martinelli. Oh, come on, mate. Come on. Swifty, I think Gay ends up at Real Madrid. And West Ham are drawing. Oh my God, West Ham are drawing in the FA Cup. QPR have equalised. Swansea and West Brom about to go to penalties. Mansfield have beaten Sheffield United. That is incredible. Norwich have scored a 5th against Walsall. It looks like Hull and Blackburn are going to go to penalties. But Norwich have scored a 5th against Walsall under Philippe Clement. They are absolutely flying. Jovan Makama, who he's having, what a great season he's having, by the way. Came in from Lincoln. Jovan Makama, he is £1.4 million Norwich paid Gainsborough Town. Gainsborough. Non-league Premier MPL Premier Division side Gainsborough. Norwich paid 1.5 million to sign young Jovan Makama, and he's come into Norwich and he's scored 9 goals in 23 games in the league this season for honestly one of the worst Norwich sides in the division. And he's got a hat-trick today in the FA Cup. There is a player who is ripe for the plucking for many Premier League sides. I'm sure plenty will be keeping an eye out on Makama for Norwich. Jurasek as well scored the first. He's having a good season. Matej Jurasek, young midfielder coming in from Slavia Prague. So yeah, Norwich are one to keep an eye on in the Championship. La Pulga, Police said Man United are going to surprise the world today. J4Y says Man U masterclass. And Andy Vale says it's going to be Arsenal or Liverpool in the summer for Gay. Wouldn't be surprising that, but, well, I say it wouldn't be surprising. I think it would be incredibly surprising if he went to Arsenal. Why would Gay go to Arsenal? He's got Saliba and Gabriel in front of him. He's never going to Arsenal, is he? He's never going to Arsenal. Absolutely no way at all. Absolutely no way Gay's going to Arsenal. Not a chance. Craigism says Nkapie will be left back. What about Calafiori, mate? What about Calafiori? You can have Calafiori and Nkapie at left back, and Mark Gay's going to just come in and accept being third choice centre back. Yeah. Yeah, sounds about right, that. Certainly sounds right. There's Nicky Butt sat with Alex Ferguson and Paul Scholes. Tommy says best friends with Madueke and wants to stay in London. Well, according to The Athletic, that's not the case. According to The Athletic, Mark Gay has informed Manchester City he's not interested in a January move. He's only going in the summer, and when he does, his favoured move is to Liverpool. And it's not going to be to City. So, no, I don't know how if he was going to stay in London, maybe it would be with Arsenal, yeah. But I don't think he is. I think there's better opportunity. I think he'd go back to Chelsea before he went to Arsenal. At least with Chelsea, he would have. He would be the best centre back in the side, wouldn't he? He'd be the best centre back at Chelsea. And Arsenal, he's not going to get a kick. He's not going to get a kick. Be a great signing for Liverpool. Queen Hawley, good to see you, Queen Hawley. Who do you think's going to win? I think Brighton. I think Brighton go through. Sorry. Andy Vale says you think you'll sign him then Liverpool. Well, I'd like to, Andy, but I'm also not wedded to the idea. The guy is a left-sided centre back, which is Van Dijk's position. He's only used to really playing in a back three. He has played right centre back and he has played in a back two, but majority of his career, the career that we're basing our signing of him on, is as a left centre-back in a three. I don't think that's a... He's not going to come in and be an absolute, stick him next to Van Dijk. I think he's a replacement for Van Dijk. And he's not a bad one. But we'd need another one or two. Tommy says Chelsea is a circus right now, though. Chelsea have always been a circus, but they've always won trophies. More than Arsenal. In the last 20 years, Chelsea are the more successful side, and they've always been a circus. 3-star says Crystal Palace want to have their tie replayed. Why? On what basis? Rube says he's already been at Chelsea, Gay. Yeah, and again, many players go back there, don't they? Wouldn't be a surprise. Joel says, to be fair, Gay could replace Gyökeres. He'd probably be better at centre-forward. Remember his strike against Villa. Oh, aye, he can hit a ball, can't he? He can definitely hit a ball. Right, we are approaching kickoff. There's 150 odd here in the chat. If you've not already done so, please click the like button. Please also subscribe. I am live every single day watching games of football on this channel. My name's Key, and I am live straight after this game for Barcelona Real Madrid in the Supercopa de España. Out in Saudi Arabia. It's at Jeddah, the King Abdullah Stadium. Supercopa in Spain, Spanish Supercopa. If you want to watch along with that one with me as well, make sure you click like, make sure you've subscribed, all that good stuff. We are 1 minute away from kickoff. Let me go and grab a water quick. I'll be back in 1 sec. Boys says, Key, any idea what's for tea tonight? I can smell it cooking. I can smell it. Smells very... I don't know what is for tea. The wife's making something, but I don't know what. Smells nice. I've literally got water. I've got a bottle of water. Well, a bottle and a half of water. And whatever she's making. Yeah, but I'm only going to get it at about 9 o'clock tonight after Barca Real Madrid's finished. FTM says if it's tied 2-2 by the 75th minute, bring on Maguire, he'll score. He always does in them moments. Right where we are. We're off and underway at Old Trafford. Man United, Brighton, come on. Oh, come on, the Seagulls. Please, sweet Lord. Intensify the circus around Old Trafford. Three stars says apparently the Macclesfield winning goal scorer and electrician was unapproved. Or did he have a job round the corner? Hadn't done his City and Guilds. Brendan says Mainu back in. I wonder what's the next excuse once he doesn't transform them into world beaters. I like Mainu a lot, I'll be honest. I think he's a really good player. Lamans, I think he's got that one, Dorgu. Well done. I've been really impressed with this fella, though, recently. I've got to say, even as a Liverpool fan, begrudgingly watching United, I think Dorgu's been very, very impressive. And I'm not just talking the goals, I'm talking everything. I think defensively he's offered a lot better. I think he's looked a lot sharper going forward. He's contributing in ways that I didn't see him doing last year. And I think whatever's happened... And that, do you know what? And to be fair, that was happening with Amorim in charge as well. So it's maybe just the natural development of the player. He's a young player. And, yeah, I like the look. I like the cut of his jib, Dorgu. Philippine says the game's underway. We've got Mikey Moore on the right and Gassama on the left now. Both players I like a lot as well. Malik says, your El Clasico prediction, and hello, how's your day? Great, Malik. Yeah, how's your day, more importantly, mate? My El Clasico prediction is 3-1 to Barcelona. United are in, keep them out. Oh, it's a great save. I've just remembered there's no VAR in this either, and the linesman kept his flag down. Oh, my God. If he was onside there, what is going on at the back with Brighton? FTM says, I'm going to get myself a kebab before my league restarts because I won't be getting one for a while. Nice. Rube says, for once we agree with each other and this is the last competition for both teams. Brendan, he's a good young talent, but United... Oh, they're in again. Strike over the bar. He's a good young talent, but United fans are over the top. Him alone won't transform things. No, it won't. It won't. But... United do have good players. They have got good young players. Sesko's one of them. We've seen he stepped up. I think it's against Burnley, but still, I think there's ability there with Sesko. I think there's ability there with Dorgu. There's certainly ability there with Mainu. And yeah, you know, Acuna and Mbermo are still... certainly Lamans as well. Lamans has got ability. Yoro's got ability. Heaven's got ability. They need the right smattering of experience around them for United to be considered a top 4 side again. But they're nowhere near it just yet. Jimmy says, why no VAR in the FA Cup? Is it in the finals? I think the VAR is allowed from the 6th round, which is... Oh, they're in. They're in. Get to that, keeper. Well done. Goodness me. And Martinez clears it away. It's going to go out for a throw into Brighton. Andy says, where do you think he could go next, Amorim? I honestly, I think West Ham's a standout one. If West Ham can stay up, if they can somehow wriggle through to the end of the year, I think West Ham, we know that he had an interview with West Ham. He risked his entire career at Sporting to go for an interview mid-season with West Ham. And he had to go back and give a grovelling apology because West Ham chose someone else. I believe firmly that Amorim thinks I have got unfinished business in the Premier League. I'm a better manager than these lot allowed me to be. You know, it's been long since said, hasn't it, since Fergie was there, that it's a poison chalice, Man United. It's a very difficult job to do well in. And that's true. It's borne out to be true with all the managers they've had since then. And I think Ruben Amorim is actually a good manager. I think they hired him almost under false pretenses. They said, well, that's a foul. That's a dog who did well. Yeah, they hired him under false pretenses, saying, come in, you can play your formation, and we'll give you whatever you need. And they've sacked him not for footballing reasons, ultimately. But I think West Ham's an option. I think Newcastle, maybe, if Eddie Howe got tempted by England after the World Cup, possibly. Eddie Howe could go to England. Eddie Howe could go to Man United. It wouldn't surprise me. We've been talking a lot about Eddie Howe on this channel. Eddie Howe as a potential Man United manager. That would not surprise me at all. JT17 says, when is the draw today? It's not today, mate. No, the draw is tomorrow before the Liverpool-Barnsley game, and I'm going to be doing it. So I'm going to be doing the draw. Well, I'm not going to be doing the draw. I'm going to be covering the draw. There'll be a video that goes up, a live that goes up that says FA Cup draw live, and then immediately after that finishes, there'll be another thumbnail, which is Liverpool-Barnsley. So if you want to watch the FA Cup, you can watch it with me tomorrow, the FA Cup draw. Joe says, Keane, no, Eddie's already rejected them in a press conference, says it all. I think that's because he knows he's not being maybe considered just yet, but I think if he was realistically considered, I think he'd be very quick to tell Newcastle, listen, on your bike. He'd do it very politely so he doesn't get an invite to the Turkish embassy, but I think he would tell Newcastle's owners on your bike if United came knocking. Seriously knocking, I mean. Bruno Fernandes, strike! Oh, what a save from Steele. Took a massive deflection, but a good effort from Fernandes. Come on, Brighton, keep him out. Andy says, Carrick for West Ham if they're relegated. Well, yeah, that might make a bit of sense. Do you know what? That deflected off Sesko's arse, that. Craig is in Arsenal v Barnsley in the next round, please. Hey! United corner. Header far post. It's gone behind. It's going to be a goal kick, that. You're all screaming for it. He's not getting it. Simon Hooper says no chance. JT17, Zidane for next Newcastle manager. And La Pulga says Amorim could go to Spurs too. They're looking for a manager who plays a back three with Vuskovic coming back next season. Yeah, he looks a player, doesn't he? Swifty says Maresca would have had the job already, surely, if he was the preferred candidate. I wonder if there's anything to do with... No, I don't think there is. Maybe a cooling off period. Brighton are in. It's going to be a corner. I don't know if... I was thinking maybe there might be a cooling off period with Chelsea where, like, he can't go straight from Chelsea to another club unless there's, like, a 6 months in between. Some clubs do build that into whatever severance. I don't know. We don't know. So maybe it is he can only go there at the end of the season. I guess we'd have to see. Jimmy says, I don't know why everyone begs for Zidane. I swear he doesn't speak English. How is he going to understand the tune? It's a corner to Brighton. 8 minutes in. This would be a perfect time for us to get in front. Come on, Brighton. Come on. Please. Left-footed corner. Oh, hit it. Hit it. Oh. They can't get it away, United. They can't get it away. Wally says 1-0 to Bayern already. And Andy says, where do you think Glasner goes if he's not signing a new contract? I mean, he's been a European manager before. And I think he commands... I think if he's leaving Palace, which is like... He's a god at Palace. I think he knows he's taken them as far as he can possibly take them, though. Like, he's won the FA Cup, he's taken them into Europe. No manager will ever do that with Palace again, probably not in my lifetime. Palace don't have the ownership, the funds to push on. Because that's what the fallout was between Glasner and Parish. Glasner was like, listen, we've won the FA Cup, we've got all these fantastic players, we've got Eze, Sarr, Gueye, Mateta. Let's invest. Let's go and sign some players that makes them want to stay. So that Eze isn't looking at it and going, do you know what? I'll go and sit on Arsenal's bench rather than start and be a hero for Palace in a side that can chase for the Champions League places. That's what Glasner wanted, and Parish was like, yeah, we just haven't got that money. So Glasner, I think, will leave, but he'll have to leave for a side that's in Europe, and I'm not sure there's a side that's in Europe next season that would go and get him. I'm not sure Glasner to United makes a lot of sense. I think Iriola to United makes a lot of sense. Iriola's out of contract too. Brighton driving in, that's a free kick, is it? Yeah, free. You see, you have a goal kick. Oh, unbelievable. Stuart, no worries, mate. Brendan says, not sure about Sesko, but yeah, they have some good young talent. Fingers crossed they hire a complete dud as the next manager and all talent leaves. Can't win anything with kids. La Pulga says, is Bordalas confirmed to join Palace once Glasner leaves? Seems like a real pain to play. Bordalas doesn't make any sense at all. He's like the Spanish Big Sam, isn't he? It's a really weird appointment, that. If that is true, Bordalas wouldn't make any sense at all to Palace. Swifty says, to be a top manager, winning things you can't be at a selling club. It's true. And Joel says, didn't Arsenal score off 3 set pieces today? They did. They absolutely did. Iriola's in the same position at Bournemouth. They've lost their top players. Liam, afternoon key. How's it going, Liam? Craigism says, will Stevie G turn heel and walk out as the new United manager? Sweet Lord, don't say that. Norwich won 5-1 against Walsall, by the way. Kadioglu down the left-hand side. Brighton have got a chance here. Hit it. He's done it. Oh, yes, there you go, 1-0. It's 1-0. And it's Gruder. Yes. That. I told you, Brighton have rotated. They've rotated, but they're still going to beat these today. Yes, have that. Oh, 1-0 United. They're behind already. Take that tie off, Fletcher. You're not going to be... Do you know what? Keep the tie on. You're gonna need it. Be a nice little memento. You're not going to be manager very long, sunshine. They might as well give it to the tea lady. Oh, it's fantastic. It's Kadioglu down the left-hand side. United are all at sea. Welbeck stands it up. They get 2 bites of the cherry here. It's terrible defending from United. Welbeck stands it up. It's header from Rutter, and it comes out, and Gruder's got a tap in. There's 3 United players on the line. What are they doing? There's 4, 5 United players in the 6-yard box, and none of them get to the ball. It is crazy that. It's 1-0 to Brighton. Yes, Gruder. Someone called Brian scored at Old Trafford, but it's not Mbermo. It's Gruder. Fletcher's a knob. Fletcher's a knob. Hull and Blackburn still in extra time. West Ham QPR in extra time. Swansea West Brom in extra time. And Man United getting beat here. You love to see it. Absolutely fantastic. Fletcher at the wheel, says Red Rebellion. And Foxy says, remember when they said Man United are back? Pants. Standard. Swifty says, I thought that, but Maresca gave up the severance. I thought I read. Oh, maybe he did. Possibly. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm certainly... Look at sour face there. Look at him chonking away on it. Oh, he's terrible. If he was 10 years younger, he'd take the job again. I'm sure he would. Hey, how's it going, Aid? Good to see you, mate. Scholesy and Butt with Alex Ferguson. They're not playing great at the minute, United. And those 3 will be more pained by anyone. They're in again. Oh, nearly 2-0. Nearly 2-0. Yeah, he's gone, guys. Don't worry. We've muted him. He's gone. Ian says, what's your team for tomorrow? My team for tomorrow for Liverpool. I think Mamardashvili comes in. I think Gomez. I wouldn't want to go too weak. I wouldn't want to go too weak. I think we've got to look at Palace this weekend and try and take lessons from it, to be honest. Aid says, do you know when the draw is, Key? The draw is tomorrow, mate. It starts at 6:30 p.m. I'm going to be live for that. And then straight after Liverpool-Barnsley. So if you want to watch the draw, I'll be doing it. I'll be covering it live. Ian says, what's your team for tomorrow? Sorry. Mamardashvili in goal. I would go with Gomez at right back. And I would go with... I think I'd go with Van Dijk and Konate at centre-back. I really would, with the expectation that we're going to sign at least one centre-back in January. And one of them's going to get a bit of rotation. Then again, United here. Good effort from Sesko. I think he should have done better there, actually. Liam, you doing the cup draw before the game? I am, yeah. Should have been 2-0. Chimey says, fuck's sake, of course we're losing. And Clurian says, my opinion is that the Glazers' brother and Sir Jim Ratcliffe must sell United to the Saudi prince because United needs money. Do you know what, though? Is it not better that Man United lose on their own terms rather than just become another Saudi-owned, Middle Eastern-owned club? Is that not just... I don't know. I feel like if you lose the soul of your club... Cunha smashes it over. Ian, I think he'll go Lucky and Van Dijk with Gomez and Rob. I think Robbo definitely comes in. West Ham have scored. It's 2-1 to West Ham. They've scored in extra time. That's going to be a relief for Nuno, putting them in front against QPR in extra time. Konate can't play, right? Why can't Konate play? Surely he can play. Maybe it is Van Dijk and Lucky with Gomez and Robbo at fullbacks. Mamardashvili in goal. Midfield three. Maybe he brings Naoni in at a push. I think Curtis starts. Tati Castellanos has scored for West Ham, it was, by the way. New signing, Tati Castellanos has scored. Jimmy says, I thought he got 5 yellows. Oh, he might have done. Well, maybe that's made the decision a lot easier then. Maybe it is Welty Lucky who comes in. Lucky and Van Dijk. And Gomez at right back. Or maybe it's Van Dijk and Gomez at centre back with Calvin Ramsey at right back. Could be either. With Robbo at left back. I think I feel a bit more comfortable with that. And then in midfield, Jones, Naoni. I'd put McAllister in. See if he can do back-to-back good performances, which we've not seen him do all season. Clement says, my mate, I've been supporting Man United for 54 years. The Glazers brothers don't put the profit back into the club. No, listen, I agree, mate, but is it not... I'm not saying you need the Saudi... Surely, I'm not saying the Glazers are right, by the way. What I'm saying is surely the Saudi prince is not the right approach either. Like, surely it's better that... Man United are an absolute monster, whoever owns them. Whoever owns them. As long as you've got an owner that could... Manchester United, the club, will generate shed loads of cash. They don't need the Saudi prince money. They don't need it. They don't need it. They just need a club and an owner that will come in and run them well and put that money back into the club. That's it. Chimey says Dyche is levels above Amorim. Captain Spurs, come on Brighton. And Aid says, okay, oh, cool. Cheers, mate. Sunderland home, I want. Sunderland at home. Brendan says, would Nuno be the first manager to get sacked twice in one Prem season if it happens? Oh, that's a good question. First Premier League manager to get sacked in the same season twice. Sean Dyche. Yeah, Sean Dyche was the first to be sacked. Oh, no, he's not. No, that was breaking news. Mark Hughes became the first manager to be sacked by 2 Premier League clubs in the same year. That's happened. Who did he get sacked by? And there was also a guy called Sanko Svetanov who was sacked 3 times in the same season by the same club. It was a Bulgarian league. FK Itar in the Bulgarian league sacked the same manager 3 times in the same season. Oh, FaZe, how are you back in again? We've literally muted you. Callum, I want Wrexham v Macclesfield in the next round. Flames, yo, how's it going, mate? Are you feeling any different about Thomas Frank after yesterday? I would guess no. I think that's a silly question. Blake says Man United are one of this country's great exports. And Jimmy P says owners don't care about the clubs, proceeds to be for Saudi sports washed cash. Yeah, I'm very much against that. I don't really care where owners come from, by the way. I think if Saudi owners absolutely fine, no problem with it, as long as they are putting the money back into the club, and it's not. Yeah, it doesn't have to be like this. Let's go and plunder a load of money in. Like I said, I actually think FSG get loads of stick from Liverpool fans, but they've done it the right way. They've literally rebuilt 2 stands. They've put all the money back into the club in terms of growing the stadium and the training complex. And the team's done really well since they've come in. Foxy says Saudis already have the best United in the land with a proper, passionate, loyal fan base, not prawn sandwich brigade. Hey, there you go. Brighton, ball into the box. Come on. Can we get James Milner on at any point just to rub some more salt into the wound? Good ball in. Out to the edge of the box. Strike! Ooh, unlucky. Better effort that from Veltman. Joe says, Keymate, he's got Frank out as his profile picture now. Oh, has he? Oh, he has as well. Sorry, Flames. Swifty says Spurs' situation is very similar to United. Whatever they spend, things seldom seem to improve. But I think that's footballing issues with Spurs. That, for me, that's... They have the money, they've had the investment, they've just not spent it in the right areas. Man United have too, by the way. Like, as much as they dig the Glazers out, no one can suggest that those... I know it's saddled on the club, I get it. From a paper exercise, the club are riddled with debt. But you can't argue the owners haven't put money into the club in terms of... Well, hang on, let's rephrase that. You can't argue that the team is lacking investment. Let's say that. Let's rephrase it that way. They've definitely had money and they have spent a lot of money on the players, but they've not generated enough back in terms of look at the state of the squad. They still need loads of work. Rangers are in front. Ian says, I don't think I'd like anyone other than FSG currently. There's loads of protest about FSG and they've definitely made mistakes, but I tell you what, you look around and not sure the grass is greener. They're about as good as you could possibly get from a football club owner, I think. Certainly not perfect, but I'm not sure I'd want any others. They do invest, they do put the money back in the club. They are a little bit reluctant to spend on the pitch. They have got a very, very specific Moneyball style approach to how they spend and what they spend on. And that's frustrated Liverpool fans a lot. It still is. It will again in January, I'm sure. Man United corner. Keep him out, Brighton. Good claim, Luke Steele. Love that. Swifty says everyone expected Pogba, Sancho, etc. to be amazing. The majority of us got it wrong. And again, they moved. They moved the boat, or moved the needle rather, to push the boat out is the expression, isn't it? Not move the boat. Push the boat out and move the needle to get those players in. And they did that and it still didn't work. Clewin says, why I say that Fletcher is a knob because he could do anything under Sir Alex Ferguson. Bethany, hey Key, how you doing? Hope you had a lovely Sunday. You too, Bethany. Yeah, had a lovely, lovely Sunday so far. Be even better if Brighton can win here. Foxy says, in fairness to Ranieri, he's had over 20 jobs as a manager. He moves around a bit, doesn't he, Ranieri? But he always seems to do quite well, and he's well liked in a lot of places as well. Foxy says, nice to see Ranieri finish his career in a good way. Did really well taking over to help Roma. Yeah. Yeah, he's adored in many, many places, Ranieri. Ethan, when's the 4th round draw? It is tomorrow, 6:30pm the programme starts. I'm going to be live from 6:15, going through the numbers and who could get who and etc, etc. So if you want to follow along with me, then yeah, you join tomorrow, 6:15, I'll be live until the draw is completed. The second the draw is finished, I'm going to be ending that live and going straight on to the Liverpool-Barnsley build-up, because Liverpool play Barnsley tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. And that's the final game in the group stage, the 3rd round, sorry. Swifty says Lukaku was the same. Yeah, there's been plenty at United, haven't there? Lukaku, Pogba, Sancho, Alexis Sanchez was another one. They moved the boat out for a number of them. Bethany says, did you have a Sunday dinner? I didn't have a Sunday dinner, no. I would have liked a Sunday dinner. But no, we didn't have a Sunday dinner today. I've been shopping today. I've got my tea being made for me currently downstairs. So, I don't know what it is. It smells good, but the wife's cooking, so that's always dangerous. Captain Spurs says, I'm franking. He needs a full squad and time. And Big Andrew's a manager sacked twice in the same year. Spurs, then Forest. Well, yeah. Andrew's been sacked twice. That's true. Okay, fair enough. One day or less. Absolute mockery, Bethany. And come on, United. Hello, Tobes. How's it going? Another one saying, come on, Brighton. Love it. Come on, Brighton. Philippines, how's the United game, Key? So far, Brighton are 1-0 up. United are pushing to try and equalise. We're 30 minutes in. Mainu's got the ball. Plays it in. Oh, Martinez, good block from Brighton, good defending. They've got a lot of bodies back here, Brighton. They are the crowding United out, if nothing else. But they haven't really got an out ball. They've got that goal in front, and that's really, really big for them now. I feel like Brighton are going to sit on this, and they're going to make it very, very difficult for United to break them down and try and hit them on the counter, because Brighton have got pace. They have got players who can run in behind. This lad as well, Kadioglu. This lad absolutely has got pace to burn. Good player, Kadioglu. Reece says either Dyche or Frank gets sacked next, I think. Here's Kadioglu again. Gets it out wide on the right-hand side. Come on, Brighton. Chance to make it 2. Ball in. Oh, just mistimed his jump there, Welbeck. Bethany Key, I'm thinking of having a chippy tea. Chippy tea on a Sunday. There's no chippies open on a Sunday, is there? Unless you go to like a Chinese chippy. Chinese chippies usually open on a Sunday, I guess. What would you have? What would you have from the chippy? On a Sunday? Foxy says the player version of Ranieri is Sebastian Abreu. Remember him, the Uruguayan forward. 35 plus clubs. Didn't he play? No, he didn't play for Portsmouth briefly, did he? Sebastian Abreu. Swansea 2, West Brom 2 in the FA Cup. Extra time. That one nearly going to penalties. It looks like the Swans will take the baggies to pens. Andy says, does Salah leave at the end of the season? Saudi incoming. I think Salah does leave at the end of the season, but I don't think he goes to Saudi. I firmly believe that Mo Salah he's had his ego bruised a little bit by the club. The club didn't want to sell him, but I think the club were looking at, is there anyone interested in this guy? Because he's on massive money and he's not pouring up the numbers we thought he would. So, maybe we could get some interest in him. Whether we had a look at whether it's PSG or Real Madrid or Barca or whoever. And I think Liverpool put the feelers out to see who might be interested. And Salah and his agents have got wind of that and they've got very upset. So I think he will leave at the end of the season. He's not happy with the club. But I don't think he goes to Saudi. No, I don't think he goes to Saudi at all. Mo Salah still believes very firmly that he is one of the top 3 players in the world. If you asked Mo Salah to name the top 5 players in the world, he'd be in it. Easily. He'd probably put himself number 1. And I don't even necessarily disagree with him. I genuinely think he is probably one of the best 3 to 5 players in world football. He's fantastic. So there's no way he's going to Saudi. He's not in the retirement period yet. Even if it makes sense for Liverpool to try and move him on there. Mount, ball in. Brighton clear it away again. Jimmy says, could you see Salah going back to Italy at somewhere like Juve? I think again, if he wants to try and win a Champions League, I think he would go to a club. He'd try and maybe even drop his salary to go to a club where he can win a Champions League. He's not going to be happy with just, one Champions League at Liverpool. He's won 2 Premier League titles. I think he's got more in him. And I genuinely think Manchester City, I keep saying it, I think City's the one where he ends up at. Oh, hey, he was not claimed for a foul there, ref. He's getting dragged all over the place there, Rutter. Boy says, Key, are you a chocolate guy? Am I a chocolate guy? Bar of dirty milk. I'm not mad on chocolate, no. Again, you wouldn't think it to look at me, but I'm really not. I'm not that mad on chocolate. If I was gonna have chocolate, what would I have? Probably like do you know what? I am a bugger around Easter. I am an absolute bugger around Easter. My little girl got me these. They're still here. My little girl got me them. Mini eggs. Can't go wrong with mini eggs. Not touched them, they're still there, but like she wanted mini eggs. She came in with them before, just as I was setting up. So I've got like mini eggs, cream eggs around Easter. That's when they come out. I don't mind them, but the rest of the year, I could take or leave chocolate, to be honest. Ethan says, I'd stick with Frank all day long. Great manager, can tell from his interviews that he's really intelligent. Actually, as well, a great man. As well as great man management. Not like Spurs can attract many better either. Who are Spurs expecting they get? Spurs aren't going to get an Areola or Glasner, are they? If they're leaving Bournemouth or Palace, they're leaving for a Man United, a City, a Liverpool, an Arsenal, a Chelsea, a Real Madrid, a Barcelona. They're not going for a Spurs in the nicest possible way. They're just not. I know Spurs won the European Europa League last year. I get that, but let's be honest, they're not the size of club that an Areola or a Glasner would leave this amazing project that they've got for Spurs. I don't see that. I think they'd want a club with genuine ambition that is expecting to. I'm just not sure that's Spurs at the minute. Wanderless says, Key, her favourite is salt and pepper prawns and chips, sweet and sour chicken balls, prawn toast, curry sauce. And yes, it's a Chinese that's open. Oh, is that your missus, mate? I didn't know that was your missus in the chat, sorry. Salt and pepper prawns. Oh, no. Not heartburn just thinking of that. But hey, enjoy your tea, mate, whatever you have. Cluin says, my mate Slot is the problem. Mo Salah is a great player. No, Mo Salah's a great player. It's not Slot that's the problem, I promise you that. Where does he go if not to Saudi? Take your pick. Take your pick. I think many clubs, if you asked them, do you want Mo Salah? I think every club in Europe would take him. Maybe bar Arsenal, funnily enough, because they've got about 4 wingers on that side. Captain Spurs, in Frank's first few games, we beat City and played the Champions League winners, PSG twice, once at a neutral venue, once at their home, and then we managed to score 5 goals overall. That's more than LFC or AFC managed. Oh, you give the ball away there. That's poor from United. 35 minutes on the clock and they're struggling. Sarah says Liverpool won't sell to City. I don't think they'd be that bothered if City were. Well, do you know what? Here's what I think happens. That's how true this is. I don't know, but I think Salah would. I think if Liverpool are going to sell Salah, they're gonna do a contract termination. That might suit all parties. Salah might accept a contract termination to go and play somewhere else, because if Salah becomes available, 1, yeah, you're right, Liverpool wouldn't sell him to City. 2, Salah isn't gonna they're not gonna pay 100 million for Salah, are they? They're not going to pay massive fee for Salah and then massive wages for a guy who's 33, 34. So Liverpool wouldn't accept any offer anyway. So it'd probably suit Salah to be like, listen, I'll buy out the last bit of my contract and I'll give you a whatever. Maybe Liverpool get 50 million from Mo Salah. And Salah's then a free agent and he can go wherever he wants. That might suit all parties then. Foxy says Dario Silva had a serious car accident, lost his leg and retired after Portsmouth. Yeah, he did. I remember that. He scored a very, very good goal in 2002 World Cup though, didn't he? Good player. Kyle, where's the best pubs for away fans? At Liverpool. Flatiron, maybe. I mean, to be honest, keep him out. There's sometimes away fans in the Arkles. There's loads of pubs. To be honest, mate, as long as you go in and you're not an absolute bell, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I mean, you might get a few looks from the odd divvy, but they're supporting you. Yeah, I don't know. The Flatiron's usually all right. Jamie, I would have said the Arkles. Jimmy says, Key, I can see you as a chicken korma type of guy. Pfft, get out of my life. Never. I would never touch a chicken korma. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not a chance. One day, well, yeah, that's the wife, Key. She loves the channel too. Love it. Nice. Oh, that's lovely. Look at you. Look at you two watching me and eating Chinese on a Sunday night. How lovely and cosy. That's a beautiful image. Endearing. Charmy says Salah pays what to Liverpool? I don't know, maybe 50, 60 million. Salah pays 50, 60 million quid to Liverpool. Liverpool get a 50, 60 million pound transfer for him, or 50, 60 million pound fee, and then he's a free agent. Wouldn't surprise me at all, because that suits Salah, suits Liverpool. Liverpool can't block him going wherever he wants. And there's a part in it. And Liverpool are happy because they're not paying £400,000 a week anymore and they've got 50, 60 million in their hand. And Salah's off the books then. And Salah can go and do whatever he wants for the last couple of years of his career. And I'm sure one of those things would be City. Roman Murray, I'm playing darts. Lovely, Roman. Love that. The Albert or the... Yeah, the Albert's good as well. I'm not sure about the park. Never been the park, I don't think. Have I been the park? The Albert's okay. Kyle, I've been told to go in the Coopers or something like that. The Coopers? The Coopers? Oh, Cooper's Townhouse. That's in the city centre, that. Miles away. It's near Lime Street. If we're on about Cooper's Townhouse. When you said Cooper's, then I was thinking. I don't know. Chimey, are you extorting a servant of the club? What do you mean extorting? That's not extorting. That's a business deal. That's absolutely... at the end of the day, it doesn't suit Liverpool, Salah... It doesn't suit Liverpool or Salah for him to stay at the club on 400 grand a week and not playing. Does it? So there needs to be an agreement between the club. A third party isn't going to come in and pay what Liverpool want. Any clubs that do want to play what Liverpool wants aren't going to be clubs that Salah's interested in. So therefore, Liverpool and Salah need to figure something out between them. And that would probably most likely be a contract termination. Welsh Ring says, proud of Martinelli today. He apologised and even defended by Slot. Slammed by Gary Neville and Carragher and responded by scoring a hat-trick. Kyle, I'm not sure. I've never been to Liverpool before. Thank you for your help, guys. No worries, mate. Honestly, I genuinely, I've been a lot of games at Liverpool, lots and lots over the years. I've never ever seen away fans treated like, or if you go in and you're fine, like you'll be fine. You'll be okay. Don't worry. There's not going to be trouble at Barnsley in the FA Cup. Oh, side netting from Welbeck. Yeah, there's not going to be trouble. You'll be fine. Most people, especially on a Monday night. A Monday night game, people are going to be going with the kids and stuff. You'll be absolutely fine. Get there early, enjoy the atmosphere, mate, and I hope you have a lovely day. I hope you get beat, but I hope you have a lovely day. Graham says Cooper's Bar only holds about 30 people in Liverpool as well. Yeah, I knew it was small. But yeah, Cooper's townhouse in Liverpool is where they do the karaoke and stuff. It's miles away from Anfield. Don't have to hope. Hey, listen, I've seen Barnsley beat Liverpool. In fact, you beat Everton as well. You beat Everton at Goodison Park not that long ago. Or, well, say not that long ago, when I was growing up. But yeah, 2008. And there's been a few ex-Liverpool players who've played for Barnsley as well. I remember Adam Hamill. Adam Hamill had a good season at Barnsley, didn't he? Ethan says, you ever go to the Carmill in St. Helens? Great in there. Carmill. You used to do the Carmill quiz. I mean, many years, over 10 years ago, I used to go to the Carmill, yeah, used to do the quiz in there. Kyle says, beat Chelsea, beat Liverpool, and lost to Cardiff. Standard Barnsley. Oh, well, listen, honestly, seriously, mate, I wish you the best of luck. I'm going to be live for it tomorrow. I am a Liverpool fan, but, yeah, best of luck. If you do beat us, then you won't be the first team this season. You joined the great Plymouth sides last year. Bruno free kick, miles wide, 5 minutes to half time here. Ben says, I'm sure Barnsley beat us in Anfield in the Cup towards the end of Rafa's time. And Graham says, Liverpool's a very friendly city. Wanderer says, thanks, Key. She's gone to get the Chinese now. You sent your missus out for the Chinese on a Sunday night. She's gone for it. I thought you were a gent. You go and get it, love. I'm staying here watching Key in Brighton. Hey, you've got a keeper there. You've got an absolute keeper. What a treasure she is. Let her know that when she gets back with your Chinese. Kyle says, Adam Hamill will always be our legend. I used to work with his... was it his cousin? I used to work with his cousin. Welshwing says, here's my daily question for you, Key. The player had 5 relegations, including Wimbledon, Crystal Palace, Ipswich Town, Charlton and Portsmouth. Who is it? That sounds like Herman Hürzeler. He played for most of them. Definitely played for Portsmouth, Charlton and Ipswich. And I think he might have played for Wimbledon. Not sure about Palace, though. Herman Hürzeler would be my initial guess. It's a good question again. Welsh wing, another absolute classic question. Brian Howard as well. Brian Howard. Why do I know that name, but I can't place him? Philippine says, Danny Rolls really improved Rangers off the ball movement. Were a lot sharper today and 2-0 up. Love it. 2-1 late Howard goal, says Foxy. Barnsley beat Liverpool at Anfield last time they played. Also was the FA Cup. Yeah. Sorry, yeah, that's maybe where I can't place it from. I've blocked it out of my memory. Emmanuel Maguire says, come on United, win the match. It's not happening. And Welshwing says, yes, you are correct. Oh, did I get it right? Herman Hürzeler. Oh. Ben, which football club has scored the most goals in the FA Cup? Everton. Dixie Dean probably scored 45 in one game or something. United in the box. It's going to be a corner. 2 minutes to half time. Swansea 2-2. Is that one finished? Is it going to be penalty shootout now between West Brom and Swansea? Mountain Turtle says Sesko was onside and threw on goal and gets told he's offside. Absolute joke. Yeah, he wouldn't have finished it anyway, though, would he? Let's be honest. Strike from Sesko. Brighton just about get it away. That's better. Much better. Under less funny guy, I'll do you one better. If you thought I had a choice in going, you have another thing coming. Ben says Kettering Town. What about Kettering Town? It was Kettering Town. Kettering Town have scored the most goals in the FA Cup. Oh, what? Because they've scored them in the early rounds? Oh, that's absolute minging behaviour. Ah, no, shocking. United just about. Brighton get it away. Delo can't see where his feet is, Delo, can he? He's all over the place. Kyle, whatever the outcome is, I'll be back in here the day after. Good lad, Kyle. Yeah, please do, mate. We covered a lot of the lower leagues like it's disrespectful, but we cover the Championship, League 1, League 2, the National League on this channel. We watch everyone and anyone. So I think we've already done a Barnsley game this year. So yeah, we've covered lots and lots of games, and I just love watching footy and love watching it with loads of lovely people in the chat like yourself. So yeah, come back in when you get the chance. It's always I'm live every day watching games of football, so there's always someone on. There's always someone playing, even when the season's finished. There's always someone playing every day. 3 Star says you need to ring your missus and thank her for fetching the Chinese and tell her not to forget the banana fritters. That's another thing I've never had. Banana fritters, pineapple fritters from the Chinese. Oh, no, thank you. Hey, talking Chelsea Blues. How's it going, mate? Good to see you. Carl says it's only a game. Big Barnsley fan, but to me, it's a day out and experiencing it. Yeah, do you know what? And you never know your luck. You never know. You might turn up. Liverpool are probably going to put out a pretty... I think we will put out a poor side. Cunha's just dragged one wide there, quite comfortably wide. Talking Chelsea Blues, I'm all good, lad. Where did you get your new graphics? I made them. Made them myself. Just took a little bit of a... Well, it took about 12 months. It's full-time here. Sorry, half-time. I wish it was full-time. It's half-time here. Brighton 1-0 up at Old Trafford. Interact. Half-time. There you go. Half-time. Welsh Wing says Key needs to go to his local Sunday League game for a watch-along. Do you think they'd let me? Set a camera up and we'll do a watch-along there. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Kyle says, with this team, we've got change a scoreboard to a cricket one. Hey, mate, we're going to be putting out a load of kids tomorrow, I'm telling you. I think you'll be surprised. I remember Liverpool playing. Ben's just referenced it there. Havanton Waterlooville. They scored 2 against us. Non-league Havanton Waterlooville came to Anfield, and they scored 2 against us, and they went in front, I think. Did they go in front twice? But I think it was 2-2 at half-time. Andy, I've given you the subscribe. Good lad, Andy. Good lad. Appreciate that, mate. But you know what? It's funny. We got dozens of Evertonians in yesterday. For me, that was the best game I've ever done on this channel, Everton and Sunderland yesterday. Not because of the game, but because we literally had dozens of blue noses in. There was absolutely loads of blue noses in the chat. And we got like 200 new subscribers, a load of them. Blue noses. Loads of Everton fans. Even though I was saying, listen, I'm a Liverpool fan, I'm going to have a chuckle that you're losing. But you'll chuckle tomorrow if we get beat by Barnsley. And they still stuck around. It was nice. It was lovely. Foxy says, here's a question. Which ex-England international got his first 4 England caps playing for 4 different clubs? That's a great question. That's a brilliant question. Got his first 4 England caps playing for 4 different clubs. Andy says Everton. Oh, hey, there you go, Andy. Well, to be honest, there's at least... I think we're up to about 5 or 6 regulars now who are in most of the streams, and they're Everton fans, whether it be across whichever platforms. So you've got plenty of blues with you, mate, at least. Welsh Wing says, did Barnsley once beat Liverpool in the FA Cup? They did, yeah, not that long ago. We've just been talking about it, about 15 years ago. Half-time, Aberdeen 0, Rangers 1. I thought it was 2. Someone said they were 2-0 up. Kyle, if we beat Liverpool, I get to come in and say up the Barnsley. Do it! I'll still be on, mate, I promise you. If Barnsley beat us, I'll be here. I'll be here. I'll be grim and gutted, but I'll be here. Jermaine Defoe. Jermaine Defoe got his first 4 England caps playing for 4 different clubs. I can't see that. He was at Tottenham for a long time. West Ham, Tottenham, Portsmouth. No. Wally, do you play Football Manager? I don't. I don't play any Football Manager. I have done. Historically, I used to play Footy Championship Manager. It was then 95, 96, and then pretty consistently every year. But as soon as I got to about 22, 23, just you don't have time. Just never really got the time. I'm always doing, especially when you've got a little girl as well. You're always doing stuff. I'd love to sit there and just do 2-3 hours of Footy Manager. It'd be brilliant. I've not played FIFA pretty much since it came out. I think I bought it, played about 2 or 3 hours. I haven't played it since. Do we have a halftime quiz? I haven't prepared one, but I'm still just thinking about this question from Foxy. England international got his first 4 England caps playing for 4 different clubs. That's gotta be a goalkeeper. I think that's a goalkeeper. Captain Spurs says, the history of Barnsley when the old Premier League expanded from 20 teams to 22, Barnsley should have been promoted. But instead it was Arsenal, as they had their chairman on the league's board. Arsenal have been in the league ever since and were not rewarded on sporting merit. Ah, is that true? You're a Spurs fan. You're a Spurs fan, so I'm going to take that with a pinch of salt. But that is very interesting. Is that true, Kyle, if you're still here, mate? Joe David James. Ooh, now that could be an interesting one. No, it's not. It's not a goalkeeper. Foxy's just said it's not a goalkeeper and he's a manager today. Onopermo says Scott Parker. Scott Parker could be an interesting one. Who would Scott Parker have got his first 4 England caps for? Charlton, West Ham, Chelsea, Newcastle. That could be a good answer. Scotty Parker could be right. Jackson Pfeiffer says, where do I watch live in the US? I don't have ESPN. Is it on ESPN? I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm not familiar with the US channels. All I can say to you is, if you can't find it, I am covering the game. So if you want to stick around, we've got loads of great fans in the chat from all different clubs. Some were from all over the world. We had a fan who was watching the Everton-Sunderland game yesterday, and he was from Canada, exactly the same as you. Couldn't find a stream, so he stuck in, and we had a good laugh. It is Scott Parker. That's a great answer. I would never have got that. I don't think I would have got that. Scott Parker. West Brom have scored against Swansea. Well, no, they've won it on penalties. West Brom have beat Swansea on pens. The baggies go through. Scott Parker. So it would have been Charlton, Chelsea, Newcastle, West Ham, I'm guessing. Love that. Yeah, it was a great answer. 1 was for Charlton, 2nd cap at Chelsea, 3rd at Newcastle, 4th at West Ham. Fabulous, that. Fabulous answer. Like it a lot. Carl says, very true, and Man United offered to help us out, so we stayed up. As if Arsenal fans have got away with that all these years and I didn't know about that. Arsenal fans only got in the Premier League because David Dean was on the board. Oh, that's Arsenal to a T, that innit? Arsenal to a T. Fred the Red, I'm at the game. How is it? 1-0 down. I'm guessing the atmosphere is not fantastic. Captain Spurs says, I promise it's true. Arsenal finished 5th in the Division 2. The top 2 teams were promoted, but 3rd place Barnsley and 4th place Wolves would have been next to be considered. Instead, it was 5th place Arsenal. Is that seriously true? That would have been a scandal in this day and age. How has that been allowed to just happen? Arsenal wouldn't have even been in the league. Oh, I tell you what, Senna Lamans is a lucky boy, isn't he? That Welbeck chance. That Welbeck chance there. Have you seen this back? Senna Lamans, he gets it all wrong. Danny Welbeck really should have scored that and should have made it 2-0 Brighton. Kyle, we had our chance to go back into the Prem in lockdown, lost with Swansea in the playoffs. And Ollie says, what are you going to do if this does go to extra time and pens? It cuts into the Madrid game. Listen, if it does, then it does. There's not really an awful lot I can do. This game should finish, or it's scheduled to finish, at 6:15. If it does go to penalties and extra, well, if it's extra time, then it might finish at about 10-7, maybe 5-7. So we might be cutting it fine for the Barca Madrid game. So what I'm going to do is I'll end this live and go straight over to Barca Madrid. Whatever time this finishes, we'll go straight over to Barca Madrid. There's not really a lot else I can do. I've tried to keep a bit of a gap between it, but ultimately, if it goes to extra time and penalties, we have to stay with this one, don't we? I can't end this game to go and watch Barca Madrid. Kane says he recovered well, low-key, so praise for that. Hey, listen, if he'd have gone in, everyone would have said the same thing. Hey, we got rid of this. We got rid of Onana for this fella. Captain Spurs, it was also the same year Man U cheated by fixing a game versus Liverpool. They had a bet on and Chelsea and Spurs should have been relegated, but Chelsea arguing it and got to stay up. Spurs went down. Ethan says, I'm not even from North London and bribed their way into the top flight. That's embarrassing. Mountain Turtles, we really need to sell Dallo. He's awful. I hate him so bad. And Welsh Wing says, Arsenal were already a major force in English football, being one of the 5 glamour clubs, along with United, Liverpool, Tottenham, Everton, that sought to break away from the Football League. Listen, either way, I feel like Barnsley were hard done by. Paul Molyneux, who's the only player to lift the Scottish FA Cup and English FA Cup as captain? Oh, now that is a great question. Wally Tees, I've seen yours as well. We'll do yours in a minute. Who's the only player to lift the Scottish FA Cup and the English FA Cup as captain? Scottish FA Cup and English FA Cup. I don't know why I went to Paul Lambert straight away, but I think he's one of the only few who's done the Champions League, but not as captain. Neil Lennon lifted... Oh, he didn't lift it as the captain. And Leicester didn't win the FA Cup, did they? They won the League Cup. And it was Elliott. It was Steve Elliott, wasn't it? Oh, I'm trying to think of Celtic and Rangers captains now over the years. Kyle says, the last time Barnsley won the FA Cup, it was the same day the Titanic sank. There's a good omen for you. Tierney. It's not Tierney. No, it's not going to be Tierney or McGeady. Must be a player from the 90s. Brendan says, was Van Dijk captain at Celtic? No, I don't think he would have been. Honor Permo says, nobody is getting that. Don't think it was in our time. I'm guessing late 70s or 80s. Come on, Paul. Help us out. Who is it, Paul? Help us out. John Zena says, off topic, but didn't Livingston win La Liga or something? Yes, I've seen that. It's a bit of a funny quirk of quiz trivia, I guess. But Livingston did. They won the Copa del Rey, I think it was. Mad Pup says Neil Lennon's Irish. Yeah, it's definitely not Neil Lennon then. I don't know. I was just thinking of Celtic captains. I wasn't necessarily saying. I was thinking of players who'd played in both, maybe might have been captains, and if Neil Lennon just came to my mind. I know he's Irish. Shouldn't have got that anyway. And he didn't win the FA Cup with Leicester anyway. Gordon McQueen, Archie Gemmell. Was it Archie? It's not going to be Scott Gemmell, is it? Mountain Turtle says, this might sound stupid, but do you watch the game on mute? I do watch the game on mute, but I occasionally, I've got a set of, here. Got a set of AirPods here, which I do sometimes. I'm not tonight. Usually the commentary, if it's good or if it's an important bit of commentary, I'll have a headphone in. Paul Molyneux, it was before the 90s and forget Rangers Celtic. Right, it must be Aberdeen then. Aberdeen. Who was the Aberdeen? Who was the Aberdeen captain? Oh, Aberdeen captain? I don't know. Before my time. I should know the Aberdeen captain. DW says, where are you watching the games? I'm watching this one on TNT. It's on TNT right now. Ethan says it's Dalglish, is it not? Oh, I would have imagined. Dalglish wouldn't have won it as captain in Scotland. Didn't Motherwell beat Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey? Mad Pup says, well, maybe, yeah, there you go. Sorry, maybe it wasn't Livingston, it must have been Motherwell. Chicken Wing Loverboy, love that profile name. Putting the match on mute has helped my mental health. Fair enough. Gordon Strachan. Martin Buchan. Oh, Martin Buchan, of course. He won it with United, didn't he? Oh, do you know what? Martin Buchan. What was the FA Cup final that he won? Was it 82? No, 77 FA Cup final against Liverpool. Yeah, the only player to captain both Scottish and English FA Cup winning sides. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough, there you go. Fantastic, that. Signed by Franco Farrell at Man United. I thought he'd have been a lot later. But yeah, Martin Buchan. Only a small centre-back, wasn't he, Martin Buchan? But a very good player. Buchan won with Aberdeen and United, but wasn't captain, was he? Well, according to Wikipedia, says he was, and I trust Paul. If Paul says he was, and Wikipedia says he was, then I'm with Paul. Foxy says, which player featured in 4 World Cups yet never participated in a qualifier? Oh my God! Oh, sorry. No, we did ask Wally's before. Wally's was 4 Premier League games to have ended 9-0. The 4 Premier League games to have ended 9-0. One of them is United Ipswich. United 9, Ipswich 0. Liverpool 9, Bournemouth 0. Didn't Spurs beat Wigan 9-0? Is it Spurs 9, Wigan 0? And it might well be... Is it Southampton and Leicester? Yeah. Yeah, Southampton, Leicester 9-0 as well. Oh, United Southampton as well. Did United Southampton do it, not Spurs Wigan? What score was Spurs Wigan then? 9-1. Oh, Spurs Wigan was 9-1. I forgot Wigan scored. Who was it who scored for Wigan that day? There's a question for you. Who scored for Wigan in the 9-1 defeat at White Hart Lane? It was on the 22nd of November 2009. Jermaine Defoe scored 5, Crouch got 1, Lennon got the other, and Bentley and Cranchar. Bentley, Cranchar, Lennon, Crouch, and 5 for Jermaine Defoe. Which of the Wigan players that you can remember scored in that 9-1 defeat? Captain Spurs, another fun fact many people don't know is football was invented in Scotland but established in Sheffield. First football team was Sheffield FC and the first match was England v Scotland. Wonderful. Right, well, we're off for the second half here now. Second half at Man United. Come on, Brighton. Finish these off. Let's get a second early doors. Sarah says, can we smash the likes and subscribe if you can, please? 3-star says, Ben Watson. It wasn't Ben Watson, no. It was Paul Scharner. Yeah. Austrian centre-back / centre-mid / centre-forward. Paul Scharner. Ever reliable. Dyed his hair. He's a very good player, Paul Scharner. It wasn't Will Griggs, no. Will Grigg was a good player as well, but he didn't play for Wigan in the Prem. Palacios, Rodallega, no. Yeah, the Austrian defender who scored for Wigan, it was Scharner, sorry, Paul Scharner. Prince Rupert, I remember Vardy scoring 7 or 8-0 in that game and cupped his ear to the few remaining Saints fans in the stands. Absolutely hilarious. Right, free kick to Man United. Kobbie Mainoo's just been brought down by Gomez. Threw himself to the floor, if we're being dead honest. John Zena says, who is your favourite street won't forget player? Janino at Middlesbrough, maybe. It's quite a few. Two Guy at Blackburn. Some fabulous players. Jorkaeff at Bolton. It's always players on the wrong end of the career. Salgado. Wally T says Southampton have lost 9-0 twice in the Prem. Yep, Leicester and Man United. That says something, doesn't it? And Bournemouth, obviously. Maybe it's just them on the south coast, isn't it? Plus Ipswich. Come on, don't dally. Get it away. Kyle says, I think Leicester got Jamie Vardy from Fleetwood Town. They did, yeah. £1 million. Not a bad signing, that, was it? Prime Mario Jardel. Do you know what? There's still Bolton players like Kevin Nolan. I'm sure it was Kevin Nolan did an interview and he said that the best finisher he's ever worked with was Mario Jardel. And he was like, honestly, he turned up and he was like 3 or 4 stone overweight. He only ended up playing about 7 games for Bolton or something like that. Most of them off the bench. He couldn't hack the pace of the Premier League. He said, but honestly, everything that came in the box, if he had a shot, it was going in the top corner. He was like, he was the best finisher I have ever seen up close. He was unbelievable. Finners Matty says, who was the first player to be sent off in an FA Cup final? Wasn't that Moran? Was it thingy Moran at United? Kevin Moran. Sure it was, wasn't it? Right, corner to United. Bruno Fernandes coming over to take it. Headed away. Here's Dorgu down the left-hand side. Captain Spurs, are you a fan of pineapple on pizza? And who remembers Lilt and Tizer? Tizer's still... I love a Tizer. Tizer is... I mean, it's basically all chemicals, but it's unbelievable. Lilt, they've changed now, haven't they? Isn't Lilt like Fanta Lilt or something like that? Isn't it called something different? I'm sure it is. Lilt's not the same as it once was. They've definitely changed the recipe with Lilt. But Tizer is... So, do you know what? This is how I know how... I'm not even saying I'm old, because I'm not old. But I was scrolling through TikTok the other morning, looking for something for my little girl, because she was asking me to find some, I don't know, K-pop nonsense. Anyway, scrolled like this, and I landed on some girl and a fella, and they were doing Rate My Fizzy Pops or Rate My Sodas, Rate My Drinks. They were some American couple, I don't know, and they were going through the drinks. I don't expect them to know, but Dandelion and Burdock came up, and it just said D&B on the can, and they were like, I have no idea what that is. And there was loads in the comments saying, what is D&B? As if you've not tried Dandelion and Burdock. Absolute. Do you know, the only place you can get Dandelion and Burdock seems to be Chippies. Panda Pops, absolute classics. Kyle, I'm going to get off and have a couple of beers, training for tomorrow. Good lad, Kyle. See you later, mate. Have a good day tomorrow, and best of luck. Let me know which pub you did land up in the end. Here's Brighton. Come on, have a shot there, Karioglu. Hit it. Chance. Another bite of the cherry. Fanta bought Lilt. Yeah, I'm not a lover of that. Will says it's unlikely, but could Darren Fletcher suit the Man United job? Well, he suits it down to the ground for me. For me, he can have it. I hope he gets it. Vincent Jamie Lane says Ali Benabia or Giokin Cladzi would be a good shout, yeah. And Welsh Wing, who's the only player to get sent off in an FA Cup final for diving. For diving? Wasn't that a Man United player? I don't know why I've got it in my head. Is it Jesse Lingard or someone like that? Didn't they dive and they were already on a booking? I don't know why I've got that in my head. But yes, also, Captain Spurs, by the way, I am definitely not a fan of pineapple on pizza. Not a chance. Yeah. Pineapple on pizza, fish on pizza. Anyone who has anchovies or tuna on pizza, Get on a register. Absolutely, you need looking at. Grindon 100 says, Sunderland fan here, just subscribe, mate. Cheers, good lad. What a result for Sunderland yesterday, and what a season you lads are having. Who do you want in the draw tomorrow? Is there a party that secretly wants the tune, the barcodes, the mags? Not fancy Sunderland Newcastle in the FA Cup 4th round. I think everyone's craving that one. Oh, over the bar from United, just about. D says it's Fanta and pineapple and grapefruit. Yeah, no, not for me. Not for me. It's not Lingard. Who would it have been then? Which player got sent off in an FA Cup final for diving? That was the question from Welsh Wing. Which player got sent off in an FA Cup final for diving? What are we saying? Snickers or Mars? Neither. Well, hang on. I'm not a lover of nuts. Nuts and chocolate don't mix, in my opinion. So no, I would never have Snickers. But I don't even think I've ever had a Mars. Have you ever even had... Do you know what? I tell you why. I've had a Mars ice cream. I'm partial to a Mars ice cream. But they're not the same thing, are they? They're just not the same thing. I would never buy a Mars, bar of chocolate. Never. If I've had a normal Mars, it's been in a celebrations tin or something like that. But I've never had a Mars bar. I think I've had obviously a Mars ice cream. Mars ice cream's nice. Pogba. Was it Pogba who got sent off? And Foxy says the Nigerian lad Moses. Oh, it was Victor Moses who got sent off. Strike from Brighton. Miles over the bar. Prince Rupert says congrats on the 9k buy. Oh, have we hit it? Are we over 9k? I didn't see. I knew before the game we came on and we was on 8,900 and something. 980, I think we were on. So I thought we'd need about 20 subscribers to break 9k. Oh, so thank you. Whoever did take us over the 9k, that's fantastic. I'm made up. Now on to 10. Let's see if we can break 10k before the end of the month. I think we're nearly over 2,000 subscribers just in January alone. We've only been going since, 10, 11 days we've been streaming. Nearly on 2,000 subs in January. We might break 10,000 and... 10,000 before the end of the month would be unbelievable. Well beyond my wildest expectations. On a Permo says cream egg or cream egg. Yeah, it's cream egg every day of the week. In fact, I've got a mini egg. I'm going to have some mini egg. There you go. 1k to R9 haircut. R9 haircut ain't happening. R9 haircut is not happening. Pineapple on pizza. Leg it, minging. Vile. Welsh Wing says it. No, not Pogba. It was Moses against Arsenal in 2017. Was that for Palace or for 20? Was it for Chelsea? He's playing for Chelsea in 2017. Brighton down the right hand side. Go down there, lad. You get a pen. What the pissing hell was that? Miles off. Terrible. On a Permo says pineapple on pizza is good, but you need the saltiness of the ham with it and the cheese to be properly grilled, not half-arsed melted. Captain Spurs says scooping Kit Kats in a tub of peanut butter is a goat, and 10k here we come. Kit Kats in a tub of peanut butter. You guys are very creative with this stuff. One day Relay says congratulations on the 9k key. Thank you very much. We all did it, believe me. Couldn't have done it without you. On a Permo, I eat fish sticks and hummus. What are fish sticks? You must be a gay fish. Oh. Brendan says you already have a bit of a Robbie Keane quiff. I think Robbie Keane's got far more hair than I ever had. Jimmy P says, have you ever eaten anything minging that you have had to enjoy because you don't want to be nasty? I probably have, but it doesn't stand out. Maybe I've wiped it from my memory. My mate genuinely bought me a tin of surströmming. Because he said, you should do this. You should do this on your channel. This was like 12 months ago. And he bought me a tin of surströmming. And I was like, oh, yeah, I will, mate, yeah. It's not quite, like, food related. It's more football. And he was like, yeah, but I keep seeing all these people doing it. You'd be dead funny doing it. I was like, oh, yeah, I will do, yeah. And I just never have. But it needed to be eaten at one point. I was never going to eat it. But it was, I opened it. I opened it because I saw people trying it and it stinks. So I opened it and smelled it and it was... that was bad. So yeah, no, I've never tried surströmming and I don't think I ever will. The smell is horrendous. Even worse than pineapple on a pizza. David Jarby, I'm sure pineapple on a pizza is still a hangable offence. Should be, shouldn't it? Certainly should be. Liam says your wife's cooking. Yeah, well, she's not watching. I know she's not watching right now. So yeah, maybe the wife's cooking would be up there. Hazardous materials, the wife's cooking. Welsh Wing says, what's the worst restaurant experience you've ever had? The worst restaurant experience? I mean, yeah, there's not too many. I'm pretty chill, mate. There's a lad who I used to work with who used to complain. He made a point of it. He'd complain at every restaurant he went to. Doesn't matter how good the service was, how good the food was. He'd complain, so he got 10% off, or 5% off, or 20% off, whatever. He was that guy. And honestly, we're just one of the most miserable people. And I haven't got... life's too short, so I've never really had any issues at a restaurant, if I'm dead honest. Just chill. Just eat the food. If it's not nice, then you don't go back. Simple. Everywhere's been generally okay. I'll tell you what was the worst. I'm seeing as she's not watching, I'll slate her. The worst experience with a restaurant happened just around Christmas. We had the in-laws up, and the missus, she said, we're gonna get... It was Christmas Eve, I think, and she wanted Chinese, which, as you know, I don't eat. She wanted Chinese, and the in-laws, like her mum and father and stuff like that, father-in-law, wanted Thai. So they said, oh, should we try and, like... And I said, no, it's fine, listen, just order it. I'll go and pick them up. I don't mind. I'll go and do the running round. You guys sort whatever out. I'll go and do the running round. So she ordered this food and sent me to the wrong restaurant to go and pick it up. She said it was like Mr. Chan's, and there's like 3 Mr. Chan's where we live. Sent me to the wrong one, and I was queuing up there for ages because it was Christmas Eve and everyone was getting a takeaway. I was queuing up there, got to the front, I was like, oh yeah, takeaway order for, what? Yeah, no, we haven't got one. So what do you mean you haven't got one? You have got one. You have got one. Believe me, you've got one. I queued up for 20 minutes. You've definitely got one. No, we've not got one. Could have killed her. Jimmy says, what does Tolga say about the number of subscribers you'll have by the end of 2026? I don't know. Probably a lot less than, maybe, or a lot more than we'll actually have. Red Rebellion says pineapple on pizza seems to be the most controversial thing ever. Toast and tea is another one. My mum dips toast in her tea. Buttery toast in her tea. Believe me, I have tried to deny that I am her son as a result. Adam says, FYI, this is the only cup United can win. United have to do something here. Xerxes coming on. I thought they'd make some changes soon. But it's Xerxes and Shea Lacey about to come on. Shea Lacey can inject a bit of enthusiasm into this United side. 61 minutes on the clock. There's 30 to go. Mainu coming off, a disappointing cameo from Kobbie Mainu. Thought we'd see more of him. He needs minutes. It's crazy that he's been taken off here. Kobbie Mainu being taken off even by Darren Fletcher of all people. But Mason Mount comes off, Shea Lacey on, and Xerxes for Mainu. So they're going to go 4-4-2 United. Under the Floodlight said, Man U fans said free Mainu. After watching this, I think you should be locking him up again. And Jimmy says that's a criminal offence. Reece, Yorkshire pudding and jam. Tell me that's not a real thing. Yorkshire pudding and jam. No one has Yorkshire pudding and jam. No chance. Bradders, evening key. Do Brighton deserve their lead? Absolutely. They should be 2 up front. They should be 2 up. By my reckoning. But yeah, 1-0. It's been a pretty dour game. I'll level with you. It's been a pretty poor game. But Brighton do deserve. They are full value for the win. Absolutely full value for the win. Welsh Wing says, do you like a full English breakfast, Key? I can take it or leave it. It's very... I don't like bacon. Won't bother me ever if I never had bacon again. Don't like bacon. Don't like mushrooms. If I'm having a full English, it's usually just sausage, egg, beans. Sausage, egg, beans, maybe hash brown. That's it. That's my full English, and that's why it's a waste on me, because I won't eat bacon. I won't eat fried bread. I won't eat mushrooms. I bloody love a Yorkshire pudding, a black pudding. Love some black pudding, and I love haggis. So I'm probably better off with a Scottish breakfast, if anything. Jimmy says you've got a child's palate, Key. I've not got a child's palate. I've been around the block. Don't look like a guy who hasn't tried food. I definitely tried a fair bit. Adam says Mainu hasn't played in eternity and they expect a masterclass. Well, no, but you expect him to play the full 90. The guy needs minutes. Why is he getting taken off? I don't even think he's been that bad for United, but... Oh, Welbeck, chance for... Oh, they've done it! It's 2! Danny Welbeck! Yes! United are crashing out the cup! They're absolutely falling to bits! Yes! I love it! Get in there! Man United are out! Go on, Danny Welbeck! Yes! Absolutely fantastic stuff! Lenny Yoro! Out! Reece says, tell me he celebrated as well. Of course he did! You better believe he did! Oh, what a finish that is! What a finish! Absolute top quality. Absolutely unbelievable. That is absolutely sensational stuff. Great touch from Welbeck. Lets it run across his body. Lenny Yoro's nowhere near it. Left-footed, top bins. Easy. Easy for Brighton. Easy. Yeah! Get in there. Fantastic. It's an absolute finish from Danny Welbeck. And this could get worse before it gets better. They're in again, Brighton. Oh, why can't you play football? One Daryl S says, Key, sign me up for some help. I'm going to need it after this game. Oh, great strike. Great strike and a good save. Oh no, Sesko's offside. Queen Hawley says it's a fix. And Sarah says, imagine celebrating in front of your ex-fans. Prince Rupert Fletcher not doing much better than Amorim here. Maybe it's not the manager. What a crazy thought this is. Maybe it's not the manager. Adam says, have you tried exotic foods like Indian or Jamaican? Indian, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Jamaican I have actually. There was a Jamaican restaurant open not too far from us. Don't mind a little bit of curried goat. Can have a, well, I don't sound Yorkshire when I say it, but yeah, curried goat maybe. Buzzy Muntu says, honestly, you used to annoy me, but over time your channel has grew on me. Your humour, unbiased view on the game, and great friendly energy. You deserve 10k. Love from South Africa. Oh, mate. Oh, that's so kind. Thank you very much. Love to South Africa too. Up the Bafana, even though you didn't do too well in the AFCON. Still, lots of love to South Africa, mate, and thank you so much. That's a really, really lovely, lovely message to send. Very kind of you to say so. You didn't have to add the bit about, oh, that's going to be a penalty, surely. Oh, get up, says Simon Hooper. Get up. And Dorgu is getting up. That's a dive then. I thought that was a pen. Oh, it's a dive. That's a shocking dive. Get up. Look at that. I love how the Brighton player just walked over to him and just went, there you go, lads. Come on, get up. Get up. Come on. Get up. Oh, is that DT? That was DT watching United at Old Trafford then. Welshwing says, did you know the Macclesfield... What are we saying? Did you know the Macclesfield manager was Wayne Rooney's brother? Someone mentioned that last night. I didn't know it, no. I didn't know it, but I saw someone mentioned it, and fair play. Yeah, I saw he was there watching. I didn't think he was eyeing up the Macclesfield job. Jimmy P says, do you think Fletcher's asked for Sir Alex Ferguson's permission for this stinker? Do you think Fergie's been down and spoke to the lads in the dressing room at all? Foxy says, Fletcher at the wheel, trust the process, Man United are back. And Ethan says, it's beautiful, isn't it, watching this club burn week in, week out, and they're all delusional enough to believe they'll be back at the top because they're United and it's destined. Captain Spurs says, imagine if Man United kept Welbeck, he would have probably been closer to Salah's goals for Liverpool. Oh, Sesko again, just wide. Foxy's Peruvian food, number one. Nothing comes close. What's Peruvian food? Are they eating guinea pigs or what? What do they have in Peru? Jamaican food, like patties, innit? Prince Rupert says, yeah, people who only know Key from clips don't see what a good lad he really is. Yeah, you have to come on and watch for the full thing to realise I'm actually a bit of a tit. I'm not just a little bit of a tit, I'm a full tit. Doesn't eat a lot of food, believe it or not. Mr. Edwards says, oh, Mr. Edwards with a super chat. Love that, mate. Love he said, Ruben laughing his ass off right now. Love it. Honestly, Ruben Amorim will be back in the Premier League before Manchester United are in the Champions League. How's that for a wager? I wonder if you can get odds on that. Ruben Amorim managing in the Premier League before United play a Champions League game. I bet that happens. Wally says, Key, you know you wouldn't be as happy as this if it was Brighton knocking City out. If it was Brighton knocking City out, I don't think I'd be bothered. I would neither be happy nor upset. I'd just be, just monotone with City. I don't really care about City, but I actively dislike Man United. So I love it when they get beat. I love it even more when they go out of a cup and it's the only thing that they can win. It's brilliant. Thomas says, just to let you know, you aren't a tit. I've watched you multiple times and you're okay and funny. Cheers, mate. Thanks for that. Thomas, how's it going, Key? Can't believe United are 2-0 down to Brighton. Oh, hey, TikTok's gone. What's TikTok been removed for? TikTok's gone. Oh, no. Appeal. I don't know why I'm appealing it. But there you go. We're gone from TikTok. Graham says Sesko couldn't finish his dinner. And Foxy says ceviche is the main dish. Ceviche? I thought ceviche was I thought that was Italians. What the Italians say. Ceviche. Oh, maybe not. I don't know anything about Peruvian food, but I'll have to look at that. Adam says, isn't trust the process exclusive to Arteta? It is it's copyrighted, I think, by Mikel Arteta, trust the process. Reese, it's happened again, Key. It has. It's gone. We're done. I'll see you in 72 hours. Mr. Edwards says, sir, I do love United, but this just isn't United anymore. It's just a mere trademark. And Odomoro says, Man U, what's wrong? Graham says, no European football next season for Man United. Well, if they are going to get European football, they are out of all competitions that could maybe hold them back by January. First hurdle in the League Cup against Grimsby. First hurdle in the FA Cup now against Brighton. It's the worst possible season for United. They've got no European football. They should, at the very, very least, now get top 6. Anything less than top 6, and it is an absolutely disastrous, totally disastrous season for United. Brendan says they upcutted Goatis champion and patties as well. Isn't it patties that they have in Jamaica? Paul says Amorim to Liverpool when Barnsley turn you over. Oh, no. Not happening. It's not happening. It might happen. I am a little bit worried about tomorrow. Just because I think Liverpool will rotate really, really heavily. And do you know what? And United fans will laugh at us if we go out. Even though they've gone out, United fans will laugh their heads off tomorrow if we go out. So, let's be honest. It's just the nature of football. And that's why we love it. Mucker 1993, you've been banned again. I have, mate. I've been banned again on TikTok. So we can talk now. We can actually. It's nice. It's honestly, you wouldn't realise how much I have to edit myself because we're live on TikTok. I'm not live right now because I've been banned. It's just popped up. You got a 72-hour ban on TikTok because I said I wonder what odds it would be for Amorim to be a manager in the Premier League before Manchester United play a game in the Champions League. And that was seen as promoting gambling. That comment, that one statement was seen as promoting gambling. Which, yeah, there you go. So there you go. Days without TikTok bans, 0. I need to get a little flip thing behind me, don't I? Days without a ban on TikTok. But yeah, we can talk now. We can have a chat about it. It's great. How many corners have there been in this game? Because I think I'm right in saying... How many did I need? How many corners? Have there been bookings? How many bookings have we had? There's not been too many bookings, has there? One for Kobe Mainu. Oh, I need 2 more bookings. I need 2 more bookings, 2 more corners. Think we're going to get them? Think we're going to get 2 more bookings, 2 more corners? There you go. 2 more bookings, 2 more corners for Key to win 40 quid. Mucker says, honestly, I feel like TikTok is dead now. It is a pain in the arse, but it is what it is. Liam, I thought it was because you celebrated Man U losing. No, it wasn't anything to do with that. It's just the nature of the beast, sadly. Dan says ceviche is raw fish with lemon. Captain Spurs says, any news on the WhatsApp group? It's not a WhatsApp group. We're only going to do Discord, but the Discord group, you can get an app for it if you can get the Discord app. But yeah, that will be 100% Monday, tomorrow, I promise you, 1,000,000%. If it's not done by tomorrow, I won't even come live for the Liverpool game. That's how determined I am to get it done. It will 100% get done. Lamek says, Amorim out now, you are happy. Well, I'm happy if they're losing, whoever's manager. And Liam says, if you change it to 18 plus, maybe that'll help you with not getting banned. I don't think it would. I think they still can't promote it. It's a Chinese custom, I think. They just don't like you promoting gambling. Even though I didn't promote any gambling on it. But yeah, there you go. Rangers now 2-0 up. Mucker says ceviche is so good. Mucker says, how do I join the Discord? There'll be a link in tomorrow's live. So you can join the Discord if you so wish. Captain Spurs says that's outright promoting at least TikTok us laugh. Well, Brendan says, where's that fella that said Fletcher might suit the job at United? Can he launch a campaign with other United fans to get him in? Maybe. I need to stop that, don't I? So West Ham went through, West Brom went through, Hull went through on penalties, and now it's looking like United are going through. Mitoma about to come on. Van Hecker about to come on. This is where Brighton... this is a proper quality away performance from Brighton. Let's call it what it is. Adam says, but gambling is part of Chinese culture. All I'm saying is they don't like it. They do not like it. I don't think it's anything to do with 18 plus. Is they just do not like any notion of talking about... You can't even use words related to it, like odds or wager or chance, double chance, handicap. You know, you can't mention anything. So it just gone. Captain Spurs says man needs to download Discord. Well, I was going to say Discord will be live tomorrow. We'll be able to have a proper chat away from football, away from YouTube, away from the live games. We'll be able to chat through the day about breaking news and all that stuff. It's a really cool community, I think, that we've got. And you'll be able to download the Discord app. Ethan says, turns out the hiring manager that understands the United way doesn't actually turn out to be as well as it's cracked up to be. Funny that. Almost like it's total nonsense. All the way through, that to the keeper, is it? No, cleared away by Brighton. Do you know what? There's not even any Maguire and Casemiro coming on here. These two will get yellow cards. These two will certainly get yellow cards. Back these two for yellows. Mucker says, don't want people to do gambling streams. Well, I know, but I'm not doing gambling streams, but can you see how many people do? It's loads that do. Liam says, women can have the baps out, but you can't talk about betting. Maguire on for Agate, and Casemiro coming on as well. Why is Xerxes playing left wing here? What's going on? Oh, yellow card for someone. Who's he booked here? Who's he booked there? Who's he booked? I hope he's booked a player. Tell me he booked a player then. Tell me, sweet lord, he booked a player. Ben says, let's all laugh at United. Yes, Ben, love to see it, mate. Oh, United give the ball away. Brighton now on the counter-attack. Good tackle. Good tackle, that. Not a good tackle. Oh. Man United v Leeds next round. Dan says, Key, I'm trying not to laugh. It's great stuff, innit? It's absolutely fantastic to see United struggle like this. Especially after sacking Amorim. I feel like he was doing what he needed him to do. Or what they needed him to do. Oh, on the roof of the net there from Shea Lacey. Shea Lacey's getting to the point now where United fans are going to start clamouring him for him to start pretty much every game. He's come off the bench against Burnley and hit the crossbar, and he's just nearly lobbed the keeper from the edge of the box there. Scottish GHK, hi folks, tough weekend for me, but happy to see the score and everyone here. Mate, I really hope everything's okay. And good to see you, as always. Ben, you banned off TT. I am, mate, yeah, suspended. All for asking... I wonder what the odds would be for Ruben Amorim to manage in the Premier League before Manchester United play a Champions League game again. The ADHD Gamer says, just joined the stream. What a brilliant scoreline to see early morning. Where in the world are you, mate? Are you in I think we spoke, didn't you? Are you in Australia? Am I right in saying you're in Australia? Davey Moore says, I've got Brighton to win 7-0. Still time. Oh, good effort from Sesko again. I feel like Sesko's doing all right. Oh, it was Hürzeler who got booked. I need 2 more bookings and 2 more corners in the next 10 minutes. Think I'm likely to get it. 2 bookings, 2 corners for 40 quid. Prince Rupert says, Dan, I'm just glad that you're streaming my team and winning. Hey, love it. Best way. Prince Rupert says, I think it's weird how one can keep getting 72-hour bans without them ever getting longer. To be honest, it said 72-hour ban, and it only actually banned me for like 48 hours, so I might be back. On it by Wednesday. The ADHD gamer says, Aotearoa. Am I pronouncing that right? Aotearoa. New Zealand, mate. You did say New Zealand last time. You didn't say Aotearoa. Aotearoa. Lovely. Paul Freeston says, so lovely to see United losing. Ethan says, Brendan, so complex that even ex-players don't get it. Dylan says, my team's Man City. Yes. Well, plenty of City fans. We've got Liverpool fans in the chat. We've got United fans in the chat as well who aren't too happy, but it's not been a good performance from United, and I don't think you'll see any United fans really saying, well, we were unlucky. We didn't. They just played really poorly tonight, and they were really poor against Burnley. You could maybe argue they deserved better against Burnley, but they didn't get it. And they've been really, really poor tonight. Brighton have played well. It's been a proper away performance from Brighton, this. Well, we've got a Scottish. We've got a mods only section in the Discord. There'll be a Discord tomorrow. We've got a mods only section. So yeah, if you do want to unburden yourself and share, mate, we've got a place to do it tomorrow. But I hope everything's okay. Don't feel compelled to do so. Emirates Player of the Match contenders. Danny Welbeck is one. Who was the others then? Who was the man of the match contenders for Brighton? Only for Brighton. There's none for Man United. Costulas has just come on there. Brian Gruder, Danny Welbeck, and Jason Steele are man of the match contenders. Do we really think Jason Steele is a man of the match? Has he had to do anything tonight for Brighton? I really don't think he's. I don't think he's done enough. United haven't really worked him, have they? Liam says, my son is a Norwich fan. He wants Leeds next round to see who's better. And the ADH gamer says, you got it pretty close. It's more so like Aotearoa. Okay. I'll remember that. Ben says, I reckon Carrick will get the job this week. Do you think he'll get it to the end of the season? Do you think that's what's likely to happen? He gets it to the end of the season, then maybe they allow him to kind of experiment and sign a couple of players in January that are going to fit the manager in the summer. Surely they've got an idea of who their next manager is permanently. It's going to be a corner, that. Yeah, there's one corner. That's what we needed. Come on. Couple more corners. Couple more yellow cards, please. John Walsh, United relegated from a Leeds fan. Love that. Isaac, hey, Key, how's it going? Good to see you, Isaac. La Pulga says, since yesterday, Haaland hate has increased twofold online, mate, because he uploaded a video called My Day Off. How can City fans even hate the guy? Spoiled is all I can call them. Header. Oh, is it in? Is it in? They've scored, United. Sesko with a header at the back stick. It's Man United 1, Brighton 2. Oh, please don't let these equalise. Please don't let them equalise. I'm on for Real Madrid Barca after this anyway, so we can't let it go to extra time and penalties. Please don't let them equalise. Come on. Come on, Brighton. Oh. It's a great header, to be fair. It's a very good header. Keeper, yeah, Jason Steele isn't winning man of the match after that. No, he's got to keep that out, I think. Got to keep that out. Joseph says, let Man U see the fire without the smoke. And Liam says, give it to Rooney, please. Come on, we need some fouls now, Brighton. Some fouls, some yellow cards, please. Snap him. Absolutely snap him. Ethan says, no idea or any real support from any of them. I should be a booking. He put that in the net then after it was an offside. Get him booked for that, ref. Reece says Sesko is a flop anyway. He's no Gyökeres, is he? He's certainly not adapted in the way that Gyökeres has seamlessly. Wally says, Key, you're shaking. What, the camera or me? I'm nervous, mate. I'm nervous. Here's Xerxes. Gives it away. Too easy, that Brighton. Steve-O, have you seen Real Madrid have benched Mbappe? I haven't. No. I haven't seen the lineups yet. Mucker says Gyökeres is looking like the bigger flop now. It's a free kick, and surely that's a yellow card. Get him booked, ref. Yes, yellow card for United for Shea Lacey. We need one more yellow. One more yellow would be lovely. Oh, that should be a red, that. If they had VAR in this, he'd be off, Shea Lacey. He'd be off for that. Did Mitoma get a booking as well? No. Come on, we need one more. One more card and a decent corner would be lovely. Three stars says, you have your booking key. I only need one. I only need one. Captain Spurs just made my Discord account ready to be the first in the chat. You'll see it tomorrow. Yeah, you'll see the link tomorrow in the live. I'll pin it tomorrow. Brighton rushing forward here. Good tackle. Take it in the corner. Oh, that's a foul and a yellow for Cunha, ref. Let's get him a booking. Let's have him a booking, please, sir. We're getting him a card. Card for Cunha. Yellow. Any chance? No. 3 stars says that booking was the last one key. No. I need a yellow and a corner. I needed 2 yellow. At the start of 80 minutes, I needed 2 yellows. And I think I still need 2 corners. It's not going to happen, is it? It's not going to happen. Perish the thought. Gyökeres makes Darwin look like Prime R9. Yeah, I need a corner. At least 1 corner. I don't know if I need 1 or 2. Plus a yellow card. Oh, that's a foul, ref! Oh, come on. That's a foul. That's a foul. Hey, get him off! Get him off, Shea Lacey! Get him off, ref! Get him off! Yellow card! Get him off! It's a red! It's a red! Shea Lacey! He's off! He's off! Yellow! There's a red! Off you go, sunshine! Yes! Yes! Drift! Drift! You're off! You're off! Get him off! Yeah! You will cry! Get off, soft lad! Get off, soft lad! Leg it! Leg it! He's there, United down to 10, and there's the booking he needed. Look at the state of this. It was a foul. It was a foul. He gets up. He throws the ball on the ground. It is. It's dissent. You're already on a booking and you've just got another one. You silly, silly boy. Silly, silly boy. Get him down the tunnel. Look at United fans clapping him. No chance. You don't clap that stuff. Stupid. Your team had a chance to get him back in it. Now you've wasted it. Absolutely shocking. They're like seals, these. They'll clap anything. Clap anything. Corner, corner, corner now. That's it. Desperate for a corner. Hey, 5 minutes to get him as well. Come on, Brighton. Get in that corner flag. Let's get in that corner flag. Knock it off him. Goal kick. Steve-O says, Man United fans, who do you blame? It's another substitute, I think, for Brighton, is it? No. Ten men United. They're not winning this now. Here's Xerxes. Down the left-hand side. Good ball in. Easy that for Steele. He's on, is he? Is he on? No. Sarah says, Dylan, I thought Arsenal was going to beat Liverpool. Yeah, they all seemed to disappear, didn't they, them Arsenal fans? I thought we were going to get beat 3 or 4-0. Bayern 8-1 up against Wolfsburg. Crazy scenes. Brian Gruder now going off for Brighton. The goal scorer, the first goal scorer for Brighton, coming off for Tom Watson, who scored One of the most memorable goals we've ever watched on this channel. Tom Watson for Sunderland in the playoff final last year. Absolutely unbelievable finish. Edge of the box, picked it up in midfield, ran forward. Just a fabulous goal. 2-0 to Rangers, full time. There's James Milner. Get Milner on. Get Milner on. 3 stars says, see you for the Barca game, Key. Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll see you for the Barca game. Way, oh, Maguire, get him booked, ref. Get him booked. Get him booked. Yellow card for you as well. I love this ref. Simon Hooper's a man after my own heart at the minute. Just a heads up, by the way, I am literally going straight live for the Real Madrid Barca game. As soon as this one's finished, as long as it doesn't go to extra time and penalties, we'll be live for Real Madrid Barca pretty much straight after this. I think I've got it scheduled for 1:45, so 25 minutes. Good tackle from Lenny Yoro, and he's kept it in as well. Good boy, well done. Did well. Scottish, this Man U fans have to blame the owners, but that means they have no control. Shame that we're not like Germany with the fans' golden shares. Steve O says, Slabby Maguire, Man United's defence is terrified. Here's Dorgu into the box. Man United going to get a corner here, maybe. Maguire, back to Dorgu. Oh, I thought that might have been a corner then. The ADHD gamer says, after that draw against Liverpool, what are the odds Arsenal bottle the league? We've seen it before, haven't we? Seen it before. Wouldn't be surprising. Last 90 seconds at Old Trafford. Danny Welbeck looks to be the match winner. And Captain Spurs says it was the ref Simon Hooper that didn't give the Diaz goal. I know, yeah. I know, but he's making up to me tonight. He's making it up to me tonight. Sesko control. United driving forward. Brighton on the counter, maybe. Last 60 seconds. Brighton have pinched it. Oh, no. I don't think I'm going to get the corner. I don't think I'm going to get the corner. 30 seconds left. I need a corner. A corner for 40 quid. Long ball into the box. Maguire straight to the keeper. Never. Steve-O says Emirates can't even hold an event. Never mind a Prem trophy. Maguire's headed it straight to the keeper there. And last 20 seconds. Looks like United are crashing out of the FA Cup. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's certainly made my weekend a lot better. Come on, Brighton, get the corner here. It's not even a corner, it's full time. He's blown up. He's blown up. Yes, Man United are out the FA Cup. Brighton are through. Liverpool will be joining them tomorrow. And we're going to be doing the FA Cup 4th round draw at 6:30 tomorrow. So if you want to find out who Brighton have got, then make sure you give us a like, give us a follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll be live tomorrow at 6:15. The FA Cup draws starting around 6:30, 6:45. So we'll be going through who could get who the numbers are and all that sort of stuff. We'll go through all those tomorrow. Plus we'll do the draw. Well, I'm not doing the draw, but we'll cover the draw. We'll watch the draw together. And then I'm going to be watching Liverpool-Barnsley straight after that. So hopefully you do give us a like and you follow and subscribe and all that good stuff. And I will also be live straight after this in another 20 minutes. 20 minutes? Yeah, about 20 minutes. I'll be live for Real Madrid-Barcelona in the Supercopa de España in Saudi Arabia. That kicks off at 7 o'clock. So it's not long now. If you fancy another game of football, if you fancy another watch-along, we'll be watching Real Madrid Barca, and Mbappe has been benched. That's the breaking news. So check it out. I'll be live in 20 minutes or so. Hopefully see a lot of you back for that then. Take it easy. Have a lovely night. See you soon.